Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. And if you're wondering why I'm dressed in hockey gear, because there were fights last night! Hockey fights all night long! It was great. It was old-school hockey. It felt good to watch. It felt good to see. We're going to get into that. We got Terry Foster joining the show this morning at 9 a.m. And we got a bunch of other stuff to discuss, like Kerryon Johnson being let go by the Lions. But first, let me introduce you to everybody that's hanging out this morning. To my right,
Yo, what up, though?
it's Corey's fight face. Give him a punch. Give him that left. Yeah. All right, Joey. What you got?
You gave the fist.
Fist him, Joey. Go ahead.
Oh,
There you go.
fist him in.
All right, Fish. Let's see what you got, man. Let's see your best hockey fight.
My shoulder. That's how we feeling tomorrow.
Hurts his shoulder.
You a lefty, Fish?
No, I'm a righty.
He just throws left.
Right.
And then, of course, we have Alex and Adam making sure we sound good and look good over there in the producer booth. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning, being a part of the show, dropping comments. We already see you. Good morning to everybody, and thank you very much. So, I mean, let's get into the hockey fights, because they didn't wait any time to get into the hockey fights during the game. Like, within the first minute of the game, I believe there were 52 penalty minutes. 52 penalty minutes handed out in the first minute of the game last night. And if you don't know what game we're talking about, it's the Rangers versus the Caps. There was some bad blood due to Tom Wilson kind of taking, some people call them sucker shots, a couple games ago. He did not get a suspension from the NHL. They did fine him $5,000, which means they fined him maybe 10 cents in the scheme of things.
Like five grand.
I've never heard of a $5,000 fine.
Yeah, people are pissed at the NHL for that, but from what I was reading, like, that was part of the collective bargaining agreement, that you couldn't fine more than $5,000. So the players actually put that in play.
My thing is
Hey,
this: if
smart.
you find him, obviously he did something wrong. So why is there no suspension? That's what I don't get of this whole deal.
And, you know, if you want to hear D-Mac's take on it from the hook, we cut up a clip because he was talking about it a couple days ago. It's up on our YouTube page. Check that out. I think it's got like 16,000, 17,000 views on it right now. But, yeah, I don't know why they didn't suspend him. It's nearing the end of the season, but if NHL just would have looked at the schedule and be like, oh, these guys are playing each other again in the next 2 days, maybe we should get rid of the one guy that's kind of pissed everybody off.
Just maybe.
That is Tom Wilson. But, I mean, let's look at it. This is right out of the gate, as soon as the puck dropped. Or this is actually when Tom Wilson came on the ice for the first time. You see him get gripped up there at the bottom left of the screen. And look at the penalty boxes. They're already full. They're already full of people.
It's literally, I know you gave that stat. It was in the first 4 minutes of the game, 72 total penalty minutes.
Yep, 6 fights in the first 4 minutes and 14 seconds. And these guys are just railing on each other.
So I was doing some research, and I was like, because at first when I saw
This was when the puck dropped. Look at this.
Play that back from the top, though.
Yeah. Sorry,
Right
Corey.
off rip. He doesn't even go for the puck.
No, I love it. Nope, gloves drop. Let's do this.
because when I was doing my research, because at first I saw 52 penalties in a minute. I'm like, 52 penalties in a game, I mean, the opening minutes. I'm thinking 52. I'm thinking of 52 weeks in a year, not penalties in a game.
Right.
So immediately, you know, without me knowing the records, I thought that was the most penalties in a hockey game, and it's not even in the top 10.
But just look at these guys going, man. Like, it's literally like a bar fight broke out. There's just shit everywhere. Guys going at it. Some dudes standing around. Other dudes getting involved. And look at, just putting them all in the penalty box. And then, of course, right off the face-off again. All right, let's do this. And this is man shit right
I love
there,
this.
man. This is what hockey used to be. And, you know, Darren and the rest of the hook was on yesterday wearing shirts that said, "Not my league." Because Darren was pissed that NHL didn't step in and the players didn't step in for what happened with Tom Wilson a couple games ago. So this is what's going to happen. If you're the leader, if you're the commissioner, and you don't lay down justice, these players are going to start self-regulating again, and I love it. I love it. I want more of it. That's why I wore my Woodward Sports hockey jersey today. Bah, 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 bah. I'm going to fight everybody today.
Can I go over some records?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, like I said, I thought this was the most penalties in the game because, again, I didn't know the records, but it's actually not. The most penalties in a hockey game, well, NHL hockey game, is 86 penalties in one game.
86 penalties.
That was during the Edmonton Oilers and LA Kings game on February 28th, 1990. Now, in the top 10, the Red Wings have 2 of them. They have the 3rd most penalties in the game and the 5th most.
It's got to be one of the Avalanche from '97, right?
None of
Really?
them. None of them.
Wow,
So
okay.
the 3rd most was on December 23rd, 1988, and a 7-2 loss against the Chicago Blackhawks. And it's kind of funny. It was a 7-2 loss, and it was 72 penalties.
Oh, 72 penalties.
The Red Wings had 40 of them, and then the fifth most was on 3-2, 1990, in a victory against the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they won the Red Wings won 3-2 on 3-2, which is kind of interesting. It was a total of 66 penalties, and the Red Wings had 30 of them.
Damn.
You know what sucks though about that is us being the ones that lose.
Right.
Because you go that hard in that game, you whip
Right.
all that ass, you got to walk out with the W.
What's up, Fish? What you got going on, buddy?
I don't know if you guys noticed, but Tom Wilson had an upper body injury last night,
Did he?
so he did not return. So we'll see if that affects him going forward.
Yeah, I wonder if that was bullshit or not, just to not put him back on the ice. Because,
Well-
I mean, every time that guy was going to step on the ice, I'm sure he was going to get it from somebody.
Well,
Like,
they're
it
going to make
was-
the playoffs, so it'll be a key part.
Yeah, so you got to keep him healthy, which is another reason why I was surprised they let him play last night. Like, even the team should have probably protected their player, but it is hockey. You don't want to be like, oh, they may beat him up. We can't put him on the ice, because then you just look super soft.
You know what they just went ahead and got into it off rip? You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of Darren McCarty and Claude Lemieux after he made Claude turtle, because when they went back and fought each other, I think it's a clip out there. They showed them jawing each other, and as soon as the puck dropped, they went right at it.
That's what I miss about, like, old hockey fights. I mean, the joke used to be I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out. You know, like that used to be the joke when I was growing up. Now, I mean, not that fighting needs to be in hockey, but it's such a... It's like a homeostasis in hockey.
Yeah.
If they don't have it, shit gets out of balance like it was earlier with Tom Wilson. And now when they're self-regulated like that, the players hold themselves more accountable. Like, you know, people can say what they want about what D-Mac did to Lemieux, call it a cheap shot or not, but what D-Mac did was he regulated something that the NHL wasn't stepping in on, because he was getting retribution from what happened months before. And so Lemieux had to have known, oh, man, I
Shit's
checked this
coming.
guy into the board. And on top of that, after Lemieux did that to, I believe it was Draper, wasn't it?
Yeah, Draper.
I believe it was Draper. After Lemieux did that, he doubled down, and he didn't apologize. So that's why, if you want to see why D-Mac, because he broke down that whole fight,
Yeah.
like the history of it from front to middle to ending. It's up on our YouTube page. You can watch that too. That's a great watch.
That was like a master class of hockey fighting.
Yeah. Well, Justin did a great job with the edit of that, and D-Mac's storytelling was amazing on that. But it was all in retribution. It was all taking care of business that you needed to take care of. It's
Yeah.
like if someone jumps Joey a week later and I see that dude on the street, guess what? He's going to get it. He's going to get my hockey fight. Hockey fights!
Bop, 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 bop,
Hockey
bop.
fights!
You see Kevin Roney from the Rangers?
Uh-uh.
So this dude actually got a 10-minute game misconduct penalty because he did the whole thing that Tom Wilson, his little tough guy thing, like how he does that.
Yeah.
He did that from the bench, and he got a 10-minute misconduct. Like, how soft is this league turning?
Well, I don't know, man. The players are still tough as hell, because let's play some more of those fights. Can you play the one right when the puck drops at the beginning again? Because I just love watching this. And this is one of
real
those
fights.
things where you can watch it 8 times and watch 8 different things. You know, you got 3 fights going on. You got stuff. Look at the bench players. And I love the hockey refs. They're just, cleaning out a stick, making sure nobody trips over a stick.
There's one problem I have with that. When it dropped, he did go at him, but he grabbed him. If it would have the puck drop, he just went right in his grill. That would have been it.
Yeah.
I would have loved it.
I mean, it's like hockey fights. You always engage, you grip the jersey, and then you work your fists from there. Hearing D-Mac talk about the strategery
I
behind
didn't know all
hockey
that.
fight.
I did not know any of that.
Yeah, like how you grip, how you move your hands, how you break your wrists away and stuff like that. And then, yeah, this was awesome. This was right when Tom Wilson got on the ice. He's the one on the left fighting right now, and it's right in front of the penalty box. Just good old-fashioned hockey. And you know what, Red Wings? Let's get some of this. If we're not winning, can we get some badasses out there just to fight?
And what I love, too, is, like, the respect out there. This isn't like a game brawl where everybody's jumping in and turning it into some crazy little debacle, but this is just them going at it and him giving him what he deserved back.
Yeah, some retribution. I love it, man. It was so good to see last night. Like, Twitter blew up. All social media blew up. Hockey was talked about by everybody last night, I think for the first time in a very long time. And we can also point out that nobody wanted it with Chara. Like, nobody wants any of that beast. Yeah, dude's a monster. Can you imagine just standing there and throwing blows like that? Like,
the dude's 6'9". I ain't going at him.
Like every bar fight I've ever been in or something, nobody just lets you go and nobody swings. Like normally any fight you get in winds up on the ground very quickly.
Yeah.
Like, but hockey players stand there and they'll literally just wail on each other's faces. So
it is different though, because you get a good grip of them. So it's more so jab for jab, but
pop, jabbing them, jabbing them. So got me excited last night, man. And obviously I put on the Woodward Sports hockey jersey just so I could feel tough today. I do have my blazer. I'll switch into that. But while we're talking hockey fights, I'm wearing my hockey jersey.
Somebody just said they wanted me to pull your jersey over your head and start a brawl with you. I'm not gonna.
They wanted to turtle you.
Yeah. You don't want that smoke, Corey. You don't want that smoke. Oh, you do want the smoke. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is the funny thing about hockey fights is when they get the jersey over the head. Did you guys, you have brothers, Joey. Did you guys always used to do that when you were like wrestling as kids, like pull the shirt over the head and start hitting each other?
We never used to do that. Not pulling the shirt over. We would just go at each other.
That's a great point by Rod Coddington there, too. No goalie fights. That's when it gets serious.
Oh, man.
Because
moving in all that gear.
Yeah, they get that skating start at each other. And they just meet at center ice and hit each other.
It's like they jump in the air at each other.
Yeah, easy. Nobody wanted that smoke with Chara. I mean, the he's 6'9". I'm sure his wingspan. He could just sit there and start jabbing you. There's nothing you could do. And dude is made of iron. Fish, did you enjoy those hockey fights last night? Do you enjoy that about hockey?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's good for a little bit. I want to see more hockey than fights, because if they were just fighting, just go to the UFC or the Bellator or the Professional Fighters League, or there's like, I don't know, it's like 59 different fighting leagues that they could join. But I think it's a good addition.
Yeah, it's what hockey needs, man. It's old school hockey. It needs to come back. And like I said, the Red Wings need to pick up just a couple badasses. You know, like back in the day when we had Probert walking around kicking the shit out of people. And then obviously D-Mac walking around. Like, you need those. You need the enforcer on your team. Like, even Mighty Ducks had their Bash Brothers.
Especially in hockey. That's a whole different sport.
Yep.
You need that.
So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the fights last night. We enjoyed it. And make sure you're watching The Hook today from 3 to 5, because I'm sure D-Mac is going to dive deep into what happened.
Oh, yeah, I want to hear everything. Because, he's going to analyze the why, the overlook.
See, it's about the who, not the what.
And Tom Wilson was the who and the what last night, and he got all of it. So make sure you're watching The Hook today from 3 to 5 right here on the Woodward Sports Network. And as always, we got to give a shout-out to our people at 8 Mile Vodka. Once again, speaking of the who, good people that make this vodka. It's here in Detroit, so we got to support them. And it's smooth, man. It's so smooth. It's so good. I'm a whiskey guy, but this is kind of converting me, because every Friday I take those slap shots, and now I'm like, I have a taste for 8 Mile. Like,
shots at 10 a.m. Nothing better than that.
Hey, you got to do it. It's for the team, Joey. I'll do the sacrifice for the team.
Exactly. So, it's the who, not the what.
So 8 Mile Vodka. Make sure you get it in any Meijer store or ask for it at your local bar.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate
of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Joey's over there waving,
There you
distracted.
go. There you go. You weren't on.
I wasn't on?
No,
My
you
mic
were-
wasn't on?
Now you're good. Now you're good.
Thank you, Fish. Appreciate you, buddy. So welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. My name is Stick, up here with Corey and Joey today. And aside from the hockey fights yesterday, the Lions had some breaking news last night. And Corey, it interrupted your haircut.
Yeah, I had a barber appointment, and then I'm like going ready. Hey, Moose, I'm on the way. Lions are waving Kerryon, son of a. So I went ahead, went back inside, pulled out the laptop, got the story up. Text Moose like, hey, I'm on the way. I got to get the story up right now. And then went ahead and got it. But yeah, as Six just said, the Lions are planning to waive today Kerryon Johnson after 3 seasons in Detroit. It's 3 underwhelming seasons, unfortunately. He was down by injury. Just to go over a couple of things, he missed the last 6 games of his rookie season due to injury and being placed on injury reserve. Missed the last 8 games of his second season due to the same issue, knee injuries, injury reserve. He was available all 16 games last season, but he barely touched the field. Had 52 attempts for 181 yards, 2 touchdowns.
That's amazing.
I believe by that time, by last year, he just pretty much just fell out of favor. And you know,
There's
with
that
the
fumble against KC.
and you know, with the emergence of DeAndre Swift, they have Jamal Williams now. Just drafted Jamar Jefferson. Probably going to add a couple more people. Just he had no place here. The guy's not reliable. You can't rely on him to be healthy. So I
It's
think
tough, man.
Yeah.
Because you watch a play like this where he makes 3 guys miss. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know, like those. There was so much talent there coming out of Auburn. Like, there was so much high hopes for him, and he had flashes of it. He just could never put it all together for an entire season and just never really, like, just take over like he could have. I mean, he was our first 100-yard rusher after, like, 2013 with Reggie Bush, so he's got that on his resume. But, yeah, it's interesting to see what the Lions are doing. I think they could have traded him because I think he still has value to somebody. And I'm not talking, hey, we're going to get a first-round pick for him, but you could at least gotten maybe like a 4th or a 3rd or something.
I don't know, because let's take out last season, you know, where he was available all 16 games. If you go off his first 2 seasons combined, he missed 16 games. So he missed half of the games of his first 2 seasons. So I don't know what they would have been able to get for a guy like that who's shown it. They already devalued the running back position, and the guy has missed half of the games of his first 2 years of his career. I don't know what they might have got. They probably would have, if they would have gotten anything for him, it probably would have been like a 7th.
It's that knee injury too that's scary with him.
So
it is scary, but I mean, we got Jamar Jefferson in the draft, so this team already knew. They made their decision. They were like, all right, this is probably gonna happen.
Yeah, and I love Jefferson. I think, like, we were talking after the draft, and I gave him an A on the draft grade for getting him where they got him because I thought he was going to be a 3rd, 4th round talent. We were able to get him way late in the draft. He's a good zone runner. He's a strong kid, and now's his chance, right? Unless they sign another running back. Our 3 running backs are going to be DeAndre Swift, our boy Williams, who was on. We got to get him back on the show.
Jamal Williams, man, that's the best dude.
Yeah, and then now all of a sudden we have Jamar Jefferson, which a rookie running back, who I like, but I don't know if I like Kerryon was better in college than Jefferson was, and look how it translated to the Lions. I mean, Kerryon's rookie year, he was averaging 5.4 yards a carry. It went downhill after that, but damn, man, the potential was there.
Especially in Detroit, when we can get a good running back, that's something you never want to let go of.
Yeah, but think about it again. He can't depend on him. It makes it. You can have all the potential in the world, but if I can't get that potential because you can't stay on the field, I mean, you're no good to me. It's arguable that the Lions should have cut bait with him after the second season. But then, you know, hey, you wanted to go ahead and just keep the depth there and just get another year and see, okay, maybe he's able to turn the corner this year and stay healthy. But, you know, I'm all for it. They're going ahead and doing a rebuild and cleaning all the remnants out and the stench from the Matt Patricia, Bob Quinn era. So, you know, best of luck to Kerryon. He was a great guy to cover, but it was time for the Lions to cut bait.
Yeah, it goes back to that saying, the best ability is availability.
Yep.
And, you could be the best running back in the world, but if we can't rely on you, there's really not much we can use you for.
It was like that. It was like Lou Delmas. Lou Delmas was great when he was
yeah.
on the field, but the problem was he couldn't stay on the field.
Delmas was a missile sometimes, man. He made some great tackles, like behind the line tackles from the safety position on some. Ooh, I love Delmas when he was healthy. You're right. That's actually a really good comparison right there. So what do you think the Lions are going to do? Do you think it's going to be a running back by committee? Do you think it's going to be, Swift as a 3-down back?
I think they're going to do a running back by committee.
Okay.
I think they're going to probably add another guy somewhere, probably through free agency, somebody just to add the depth. But they're going to do a running back by committee with Swift, Williams, and Jefferson. And I'm curious to see how it's going to play out because Anthony Lynn offenses are normally in the top 10 with rushing in the league. So when he's an offensive coordinator, so I'm curious to see how that plays out.
I love that. I wanted him cut right after that 99-yard fumble return.
We did too.
Yeah, we just played that highlight too, especially when he just laid on the ground when it was the plays going on. That's what I hate. Just get up and chase his ass.
We knew you were good.
Yeah, you
Get
are
your ass
good.
up.
But I will say this: he did make me laugh when he did the Lambeau leap with no fans. Best Lions move since the new regime. All right, King Joffy Joe doesn't like it. Can you play that Lambeau leap one again? This was hilarious. It would
have been funnier if there was actually fans.
No, it's funny that he did the Lambeau leap and tried to hype up no fans. Look at, hey, high fives, high fives. There's just one cameraman right there, all awkward.
Today's feeling kind of weird. Me and Adam are agreeing. I don't like this.
Uh-oh, what are you and Adam agreeing on?
He just said, I'm glad he's gone. Running backs are easy to replace. They're in the upper echelon, which he wasn't.
I mean, that's the thing. Realistically, besides pass blocking, like what really was he giving us consistently?
Nothing. But that's what I'm saying. Like all the potential
jersey
was there. Rookie year, 5.4 yards a carry. He had like 600 and some yards. I think he had like 30 catches or something like. Like it was like, oh man, this is a complete back that we can build around moving forward. Then they add DeAndre Swift. You're like, my God, they got a 1-2 punch here, and now it's okay. Well, that's the story of Kerryon Johnson. He's gone the way of R2's pinner. Like,
ooh, I haven't heard that name since I heard that name.
Remember that Mooch loved him. And Toos, y'all always called him Toos, R2's. Oh God, man, we've had some rough luck at running back for the Lions.
I think my most depressing moment is outside of Barry leaving was Kevin Jones. He had that 1,000-yard season and then injured.
Yeah. Sean brought up a name yesterday that gave me PTSD. James Stewart. Remember James Stewart?
He was the immediate back on the post Barry era, wasn't he?
Yes. So he was supposed to come and be our next, next Barry Sanders,
but they said it
a
like
stopgap. And what do the Lions do? Fourth preseason game. They run this dude for one play, blows out his entire fucking leg, and that's the end of James Stewart. I mean, he played all right for us after that, but he was never the James Stewart. Like, he was a power back when he came here.
Yeah, because he came from Jacksonville, right?
Yes. Yeah, and he was a monster at Jacksonville. And then God. Yeah, we've had some rough go. Kevin James, another one. I mean, even though we love Javid Best, like we traded up to get Javid Best only for him to have concussion issues, which we knew coming out of Cal, because that concussion that Javid Best had at Cal was one of the most brutal things I've ever seen in my life.
I still don't understand why some teams see those type of injuries and still take the guy. Like when the Lions took Ryan Broyles in the second round and he had an ACL injury. And I'm like, why would you take a guy that high with an ACL injury? And what happens when he gets to the league? Out the league as quickly as he came because of ACL injuries.
Yeah, listen, Broyles wasn't he like the Blitnikoff trophy winner, and he set all types of records receiving when he was in college. That
dude was unreal at Cal.
Yeah,
unreal.
Broyles?
Oh.
You're talking
Javid
Best.
I thought you were talking about Javid Best.
No, he moved on to Broyles.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Broyles was amazing at college. And I actually, when they drafted him, I was like, we may have gotten a steal here in round 2, because he would have been first-round talent had it not been for the injury.
Nowadays, with the new technology and advances in medicine, an ACL injury is not as scary to look at. But during that time when they drafted Broyles, I'm like, whoa, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. He's not going to be in the league past 3 or 4 years, and he wasn't.
God, people are bringing up other names. Mikel Lashore. Lashore was another one that was going to be great.
Yeah, when Sean Baligian was out, me and Joy talked about Mikel, and yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, there we go. Amir Abdullah. That's another name.
Hey, man, you know what?
He was supposed to be a beast out of Nebraska. Strong kid.
Amir Abdullah was more focused on modeling on his Instagram than being on the field. Then he goes to Minnesota and scores his only 2 touchdowns of the season against the Vikings.
No, against us.
Against the Lions.
Yeah, against us. Oh, I was hyped for Titus Young, too. Yeah, Titus had all the skills in the world. It was just between the ears was his problem. And, we hope he gets the help that he deserves because that sucks when you see a bunch of talent on the field and they just can't put it together.
That's why I always tell my friend, like, you got to give guys a chance. You got to give guys a chance. Some guys you got to give a chance. You don't got to give all of them a chance. Some of them, you just got to stay away, whether it's personal issues or whether it's injury history. Some guys you just don't touch with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, so the Lions are moving on, and also news broke yesterday. Dan Campbell was doing an interview, and he said the Lions are going to be moving to a 3-4 defense. What do you guys think about that?
I need more time to think about that because I was still thinking about that
linebackers
last
for that.
That's one thing I was worried about. Like, I need to mold that a little bit more.
I feel like we got a stronger line than we do linebackers.
I mean, we got Flowers, we got Brockers, and the 2 rookies on the defensive line that are pretty much solidified. So we got 4 serviceable, we hope, defensive linemen. Linebackers, I mean, the kid they drafted in the 2nd round, Brooks, right?
Yeah.
He's looking to be holding down the middle linebacker position. What's that?
Was Barnes?
Yeah,
Barnes.
Derek
Sorry,
Barnes.
not Brooks. Barnes. It was like a Derek Brooks for some reason. But he's going to be wearing 55, like Derek Brooks. Maybe that's
there
why.
it is.
Maybe
Old
that's
school.
why. Yeah, and that's what Dan Campbell said. He likes the old school mentality out of this kid, and he'll be holding down middle linebacker for us. I don't mind the 3-4. It's a base defense. It's not going to be the only defense that we run. But I like keeping the offensive line guessing on where that 4th rusher is going to come from. And as we know, we could not get a pass rush for the life of us, even if we had 4 down linemen under the Patricia regime. So let's try it, man. 3 down linemen, send a linebacker every single play. You just send them out different areas to where the offensive line is having trouble making adjustments. And hopefully, if we go by the Tom Brady theory, now that everybody can wear any numbers, it's going to throw off quarterbacks completely.
And you just said one thing right there, adjustments. So I'm going to be okay with the new regime going ahead and putting out the 3-4. I just hope that if they see that this is not working, they adjust and go to something different because I don't know. I don't think the Lions don't have the quality linebackers to run the 3-4. But again, this is a rebuild, and we're not expecting this team to be a playoff team. We're expecting this team to suck. So it's kind of hard to just be like, well, we don't have this, we don't have that. We're not contending right now.
Right.
We're building. We're rebuilding everybody.
We could see both the Okwara brothers on the field at the same time in the 3-4.
That's all I gotta say about that.
It's just interesting to see the type of offense and defensive schemes that we're going to run.
Yeah.
This is a little bit of departure from what Anthony Lynn was doing before.
For the defense, I mean Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn. Why? Yeah.
Their names are some kind of like Aaron Glenn, Anthony
I
Lynn.
know, but that's
kinda,
twice this segment I fucked up, and I don't like that.
It's the 8. Hey, he took the 8 mile vodka. He took his slap shot a day early.
No,
That's
that
what it
thing's
is.
supposed to help him.
No, but Glenn's defense traditionally has been a 4-3.
Yes.
So for him to run a 3-4, it's a little switch up.
Yeah.
You're not convinced?
I don't know. We're gonna
I
see.
just want to see if the linebackers can hold it down.
Right.
And truthfully, that's it. If we got the depth at linebackers, then I think this should work because we got some strong linemen. But otherwise, they're going to have to switch that up real quick.
Oh, my God. Fuck. Oh, God.
Whoa.
People are still saying we should have drafted Micah Parsons at number 7. No.
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 No. And that's that.
That's it.
I mean, that would have been the ultimate Lions move because then Parsons going to tear his ACL, and that's it. We ruin our number 7 overall pick.
Then we didn't run back. The Lions, they're cursed. They never get the right guy. They always make the wrong pick.
No.
And then Penei Sewell goes on and becomes all-pro, Hall of Fame career. Well, why didn't they say it? They're supposed to know more than us.
They do.
They do.
Well, at least this regime does. What's up, Fish?
Corey, they're going to do the same thing if Michael Parsons goes all pro.
I mean, it's
Look at Michael Parsons out there doing great things. Why didn't we pick him? What the fuck is wrong with the Lions? They're just going to get pissed off.
whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Go ahead, wrap it up. Wrap it up. So we'll find out about that defense and who's going to be playing what positions. Obviously, they may sign another linebacker. They need to. I mean, we're going to need depth at that position if we're running 4 deep on the field at all times. But I do like the flexibility it gives us because even Flowers, you could stand up as a outside linebacker from time to time if you needed to.
And I love Trey Flowers, but I really hope they figure this situation out with him because his time in Detroit look like he got overpaid. He's not producing the results that you would want, but new blood is coming in. Hopefully they're able to find a way to utilize him better than the defensive guru did.
Yep. And speaking of utilizing, make sure you utilize our people at Levels. At Enjoy Levels on Instagram is where you need to go follow them. They have a huge grand opening that we were planning yesterday. Joey was in on that planning meeting for Centerline. It is going to be a huge event, some big giveaways, maybe some specialty people popping by. So I want to start building the hype for this thing because I was excited. And Joey was making some phone calls afterwards, reaching out to certain people that I think you would be excited to meet at the grand opening of Levels in Centerline. So we'll talk about that as it gets closer, but make sure in the meantime you go follow them right now on Instagram at Enjoy Levels or hit up their website enjoylevels.com.
Hey guys, I'm D-Mac.
Hey guys, I'm Pilar.
That was a little slow.
All right.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I wasn't ready. I was doing this.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. You're lit. Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. We suck.
You suck.
Catch us Monday to Friday, 3 to 5.
Every day right here on The Hook.
On Woodward Sports Network.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
Yeah, so if you're just waking up with us, the Lions are going to probably be releasing Kerryon Johnson today, would we say?
Yeah, that's what they said.
So today is going to go down, and this caught me by complete surprise. And after his knee injuries, we had to move on from him, but this is one of them plays that I love watching back. I mean, we got a lot of running backs, so we'll be all right.
Yeah.
I hope we'll be all right.
No, I think so. To me, it kind of tells me about Kerryon's personality, too, that he may not be that animal that we need on this team. Because
good point, too.
Those are the types of personalities that they drafted. Those are the types of personality that they are. Like Dan Campbell is a beast and Chris Spielman is a beast. So maybe Kerryon was just a nice guy.
You want to know, okay, great point, because immediately when you said that, I just ran through my head all of the press conferences of the players that they've signed or drafted. One common thing, all of them have a personality and an edge. Kerryon doesn't. He's a pretty much monotone kind of,
quiet, head down type guy. And they want gorillas.
The Lions have character. Needs to produce on the field, but they're at least building an identity.
I mean, we talk about Dan Campbell wanting you to bite kneecaps.
Right.
We don't want anybody taking out his kneecap, so we can't do that with those knee injuries. Richard Sherman says 100%, no question, he's been disrespected by Green Bay for a while when talking about Aaron Rodgers, and thinks he knows the perfect fit for his future.
Washington will be a really cool opportunity to have a D-line and a defense in place and some playmakers on the outside that he could do something with.
Whoa,
that would
Washington.
be scary. That would be. That's all
to
that
the
Washington
football team.
Whew, that's all that Washington's missing is a quarterback, man. I know they got Fitzmagic now, but that defense is scary. They got Antonio Gibson at running back, Terry McLaurin at wide receiver, Logan Thomas at tight end. That would be scary. You give Aaron Rodgers all those weapons.
Give Aaron Rodgers all those weapons just to lose to Tom Brady in a different uniform.
I gotta bring a little bit of tears to your guys' eyes. I'm sorry.
What?
Capitals game yesterday. TJ Oshie's dad was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2012. Man. He passed away over the weekend. He made his return back to the ice, scoring a hat trick. And this right here, a video of his emotions as he got to the bench.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. And I guess, in a previous year, he scored a hat trick while his dad was at the game, and they were talking about his Alzheimer's, and he was saying, well, this is a night he's not going to forget.
And this is the video from that, too.
It is Stanley Cup. It means a lot to you, but it also means a lot to your close family, your dad, your mom. Talk about them.
Yeah, my dad, oh boy, he doesn't remember a lot of stuff these days. He remembers enough, but I tell you what, he's here tonight. I don't know where he's at, but this one will stick with him forever. You can guarantee that.
I don't think there's much more to say after that. Congratulations, TJ. Enjoy this with your family.
Thanks,
Enjoy
Jack.
this with your teammates. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Like, what a return. Comes back after dealing with all that to get a Hattie.
It's crazy, man. As somebody who's lost their father, I couldn't even imagine stepping onto a field or an ice rink and having, just be able to play. It shuts you down. And then my grandmother had Alzheimer's, and I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with it or anything.
It is tough.
It is a crazy, crazy, crazy disease, and it's really strange because they can remember certain things, but they just can't process other things. Like my grandma would confuse my grandpa, like, you're not my husband, you look nothing like my husband, and that type of shit would just crush you. But then there'd be other moments where she'd be talking about like how in the 1930s she used to trade chickens to go to a dance and catch a ride and stuff like that, and like had great memories like that. So yeah, Alzheimer's is such a scary and weird thing. Like, the people that are around you see it as scary, but I can't even imagine fighting that own battle in your head, because you could tell they know they're not thinking right. They know they're frustrated, and anybody who's dealing with that or has dealt with that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Alzheimer's is a crazy, crazy thing, and Joey, we've hosted the Alzheimer's walk a couple of times together, and I love doing that. I love going out there and being able to speak on my grandma and, hear other people's stories. And it's just comforting. But hopefully once COVID is over and stuff like that, we can get back to hosting the Walk to End Alzheimer's, because it's an important thing for me.
For sure. And you hear it there with TJ.
Yep.
Yeah, let me know. I'm all in that.
So we're going to keep it on hockey. The New York Rangers and Washington Capitals squared off with 6 fights in the first period. The Tom Wilson controversy carrying over 72 penalty minutes in the first 4 minutes of this game. Right off rip.
Fight simultaneously. Rooney and Dowd.
Why the other guys not fight? You might as well get all of them out there fighting.
I don't know.
1 second in. First off, classy move by Blackwell.
It's their first meeting since Washington forward Tom Wilson injured. The Rangers pannering.
It's just mayhem, man. Absolute mayhem right there.
Hey, at least hockey's somewhat looking like it's coming back. Somewhat. We move on to basketball, and Anthony Edwards going for Rookie of the Year. This dude's been balling out this season, dropping 40 points last night against the Grizzlies. I love watching him. I know we talk about how much we all love watching Zion because he's just such a fun player to watch.
Right.
This dude is up there.
He's a basketball player. Like, when you see him, like, he's almost your prototypical basketball player. Long, athletic, can jump out of the gym. The reason I love watching Zion so much is he's just a freak of nature. Like, there's nobody like Zion.
When you see Zion, you don't think basketball player.
No.
Hey, Joe, you got to go down this whole stat line. 42 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. He went 17 for 22. They said that he was the most NBA. They said actually outside of outside of Anthony Edwards, that Sadiq Bey was the most NBA ready. But we now see why Anthony Edwards was the most NBA ready. That his last couple of games have been crazy. I mean, he's worth the pick.
He is. That's for sure. Smart taking him #1 overall.
Smart.
And the Tigers finally get a W.
Yeah!
Beating the Boston Red Sox 6-5 yesterday. And it felt good to see a Tigers win because I thought we weren't going to be able to see one of those in a long, long time.
I mean, we've only seen 2 out of the past, 20-some-odd games?
Since we were 6-6, I think.
A base hit. Candelario is going to be bobbled in left field.
And it's nice to see other teams messing up and not just us.
Scores.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Hey man, we'll take them where we can get them right now. We got to make sure that this is not the worst team of all time, and that's literally what the Tigers are fighting against. They're not even competing against anybody in the league anymore. They're competing against themselves in history at this point.
This is totally off topic and maybe a little bit biased, but I think the Tigers have the best combo of home and away jerseys in the uniforms in MLB. Because I looked at a lot of them just kind of going off it. I'm like, oh, this is all right. I like ours. Maybe it's some home cooking though.
Yeah, no, and I always love the fun fact that the Tigers are the only team in Major League Baseball that have an alternate color in their away uniforms. There's no orange in our home uniforms, but there's orange in our away uniforms. It's a fun fact. Take it with you on the road. Win some trivia.
You love trivia, don't
Dude,
you?
I'm the trivia king. Like, if you ever
go to a bar for trivia night?
Oh, I would crush it. I would crush it, man. Like that. I know more useless trivia than I think Sean Baligian could probably match me. He's great on dates. Maz is fantastic as well.
Sports trivia for sure.
But as far as dumb pop culture trivia too,
yeah.
I'm your dude. Music trivia, I got you.
I got you. Which school has a 10.5-month hands-on HVAC program?
That would be Northwestern Tech.
Yes, it would. You got that right, Stick. And this is what we want you to check out on your own because I am talking about northwesterntech.edu. It is the heating and cooling school that is going to change your life. This is the career that you got to consider right now. If you're going to work right now, at work, watching from your desk, and you are miserable at work, change that career. It's only 10.5 months. You will never look back because you're going to make some good money in the heating and cooling world. northwesterntech.edu.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our #1 priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show right here on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us every morning, 8 to 10, and thank you to everybody who has downloaded our app so you can listen for free anywhere that you go. It's called WSN Live, or you can just search Woodward Sports in the Apple or Google Play Store. TJ Lang, a friend of the show, Joey, right?
Yes, sir.
That's your boy. And yesterday he tweeted out something because the NFL is pulling some bullshit. And it's really weird how this is going. So there's a player who was working out off-site. He got injured, and the NFL is not going to pay him his salary because he tore his ACL and he's done for the season. But he was working out off-site, and that is not covered in the CBA. So a bunch of ex-NFL players are hopping on board and saying that, listen, this can't happen. Like, you got to encourage these guys. And here's what TJ Lang had to say about it. Memo to active players. If you get hurt away from the team facility, fake that shit until you step foot inside said facility. Then it's, quote, football related.
Do we know exactly what that injury was from?
No, he said working out, but it was a torn ACL.
This is just ridiculous. And TJ, I appreciate you coming out and saying that because these guys risk their entire life, all their health, just to play the game and give us entertainment. That this is the least that they could do is just be on a contract and you just abide by that. I know some players, or probably all professional players, have that in their contract where if you're an NFL player, you can't go out there and play basketball because you risk getting injured. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, we've seen it 100 times. I mean, players lie about injuries all the time. Like, remember Joel Zumaya? Remember the Tigers pitcher?
What was his
Joel
injury?
Zumaya
I remember
threw 103, 104 miles an hour. So he claimed he was injured. Remember, he was injured playing Guitar Hero.
Oh, yeah,
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was what he claimed. When really the dude was out there playing paintball and got injured. But, you can't say I was engaging in another physical activity and then I hurt my wrist and I'm a pitcher and this is why. But you can say I was at home playing video games and because I played so much, it hurt my wrist. So he was able to keep his money doing that. And then if you remember, like a couple years later, he said he hurt his shoulder because a box fell on him when he was trying to move stuff out of the fire that was coming into California. And that was his excuse. But we all know, I mean, like, players make up stuff all the time. Like the one Major League Baseball player that said he cut his eye on a pillowcase. You remember that? So, like, the making up of stories so you can keep your money has been going on since the beginning of time, which is fine. But now the NFL is almost, like, pointing it out that, hey, if you're working out, you should want your guys to be working out and, like, getting better, whether it's in your gym or somebody else's gym. But if that's going to be a problem, this is going to cause a whole bunch of waves in the NFL.
I will say this. I know that some people don't like the NBA because they're really in the face with the social issues. But this is one instance where the NBA is better than the NFL, and it's like they guarantee their contracts through BS like this. This is trash, man. Like, the dude is trying to get himself better, gets injured, and then, this happens. It's just another example of the NFL being the greedy, hungry bastards they are.
Yeah, and they do make money, though. But
Hand over fist.
No, it'd be like, Corey, like yesterday, you went to go buy a new camera because you shoot photos for Woodward Sports and stuff like that. And we're like, oh, nope, sorry, you were at the camera shop.
You're not getting paid.
You're
not getting paid.
Yeah, you ain't getting paid. I don't know why you were there and not trying to buy a camera online here. Like, it just makes no sense to me why they would discourage people from working out, bettering themselves.
I mean, it's him getting better
for your product.
Fits you.
Right.
Oh, you know what? These guys are paying me millions of dollars. I'm not going to go ahead and better myself for them. Nah.
And you would think at this point, like, working out would be included in the contract. Like, I get it. You don't want to let these guys go ride ATVs.
Yeah.
You don't want them going to play paintball without a mask shooting each other in the fucking eye. I get all that.
Yeah.
But at a gym?
Especially now with the, with all the stuff going on right now, some of these guys probably feel more comfortable working out at their spots. They know some of the regulations and stuff going on. I don't know.
Dude, off season for every one of these players, they are not at their team city. They don't live here in the off season.
So what they supposed to do? Just come and be in shape by the time they get to the season. I'm just gonna come in this bitch fat.
Right. I'm sorry, but if my family lived in Florida and I got drafted by the Detroit Lions, I'm not staying in Detroit.
You're moving all to Allen Park. Sorry, you gotta live in Allen Park, Joey.
Stuck here for life.
If you ever want to work out, it must be in Allen Park. Otherwise, if you get hurt, you're screwed.
How dare you work out from home?
Yeah, how dare you not work out it? So the NFL.
Otherwise, if you're an NFL player and I see a video of you playing basketball and you get injured because you're acting a fool, I get that a little bit more.
Right.
But this, you're working out, you're trying to better your game. Come on.
Just seems to go against common sense. It doesn't pass the sniff test.
It seems like just another thing that they're trying to go ahead and needle in there so they can not pay players, and it's whack.
Yeah, I think it's the dumbest thing. But that's what the NFL players got to do now. They got to fake it. And if you get an injury, like TJ Lang says, make sure you limp your ass all the way in there. And
then just drop.
Yeah, the minute you step in the facility, your ankle breaks, and that's where you got to claim.
I'm tripping over something and then suing the facility.
And making sure I look at the camera.
Right. Oh, did you see this? This is going to lead to so many dumb things. So NFL,
I kind of like it. Like, I want to see
Pandora's box is open.
Yeah. Well, who do you think the next guy? Because I could see like an Antonio Brown pulling some bullshit with this.
Yeah.
You know what? As long as he's with Tom Brady, I see AB being his best behavior. But if he would, let's say he would have came to Detroit or went somewhere else, yeah. 100% would have seen him pull some BS.
This is a good question by Jake. When you get hurt away from the facility, how do you prove where you were working out for football or not just doing something recreational? And That is true, but I'm assuming if you're at a gym, they have cameras. You can pull the video, or most of these millionaires at their house have cameras, have home systems. So maybe they offer proof, and then that's the loophole, I guess.
The thing about it, if they don't have this in place, then these players are just going to be acting a fool.
Right.
So I see where they're coming from, but it's just, in this instance, you get hurt at a freaking gym working out. That's BS.
Jake made a great point. Gronk faked so many injury videos from his workout last year, so video is only so reliable. Good point.
Yeah, well, Gronk faked his workouts. That was
the best thing in the world.
If you didn't know, so Tampa Bay asked Gronk to work out, what was it, 10 days, and send them 10 days worth of workout videos.
Yep.
Gronk did them all in one day. He just switched shirts 10 times and then submitted those videos daily to Tampa Bay, and that is how he said he was staying in shape.
And then partied for the other 9 days.
Gronk, man. You may think that guy's dumb, but he's smart.
Hey, he had a big-ass catch in the Super Bowl, so he showed up when it mattered.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of these guys, I'm not saying they don't have to work out, but, you know, a guy like Gronk, he ain't there to work out. He's there to put up numbers.
Exactly. Like, hey, all right, look, I'm in shape. Just get me on the field.
And, Joey, you want to tell them about Sun RV?
Yeah, because this is a place where I was actually at the office yesterday just talking about how excited we are to tour their properties and stay at the resort. And the next one that we're going to be at, the first one we're going to experience with Sun RV, is at their Petoskey location. And it's the different way. I feel like lately everybody has been wanting to just travel, stay local, go camping. And this is going to be something that we get to do with myself, Stick, and Corey, where we take on Petoskey. Sun RV Resorts. Book your summer trip right now. We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. Ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys. Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live streaming on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and of course Facebook. Thank you guys for being a part of the show this morning, dropping comments. Make sure that you put your comments in there and we'll throw them up on the screen. We want to make sure you guys are getting involved and feeling like you're part of the show, because you definitely are, and you definitely provide us with great entertainment too. So thank you guys very much. Speaking of great entertainment, the man, the myth, the legend.
No, right. Terry's coming up next.
Yeah, Terry's coming up at 9 o'clock. Until then, we have Adam.
What's up, guys? Thanks, Joey. I appreciate that.
All right. What's going on, Adam? How'd you do last night?
Average, 3-2. Whatever. I know you keep saying, like, oh, it's all good. I don't like it.
If it ain't 5-0 perfect, Adam doesn't like it.
4-1 and 5-0 is like the expectation now.
Of course.
Well, of course. That's why I'm upset.
All right, of course. But honestly, if I'm winning 3 out of 5 times, I'm winning. That's 60% of the time I'm winning. I'm okay with that.
And 60% is actually what we're at right now on our overall record. 163 in one time. So we're
Not
at
bad.
60.1 something, whatever. Who gives a shit? Let's get it straight into bets, man.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, my goodness. Baseball. I actually killed it yesterday on the baseball games. The Dodgers were the only team that let me down, but I'm going to take the Yankees again on the money line back-to-back days. I think they're going to sweep the Astros. They've been absolutely crushing it lately.
I hate the Astros.
Fuck the Astros. Honestly, they're a great team to bet against, and also the Yankees are on a 5-game winning streak. I expect them to continue, and honestly, they're just hot, and they have their ace on the mound. Jarrett Cole's on the mound, so can't get a better bet than that. And then I'll take the Red Sox to cover the runs. The money line isn't worth it if you bet on the Red Sox today versus the Tigers. I believe they're minus 345. There's no money in that game. Just take the Red Sox to win by more than a run. And honestly, I expect them to bounce back after losing to one of the worst teams in baseball, which are the Detroit Tigers. We'll move on to the next game. I'll take the run scored over at 7.5 between the Diamondbacks and the Marlins. Diamondbacks have been swinging the bats. Super hot team right now. Miami doesn't have the greatest pitching staff. 7.5 seems very doable, and I get it. Honestly, the reason why I'm doing it, I get it at underdog line, so I'll definitely take that. And then we'll go into hockey. Got to go with the 5.5.
5.5, baby.
It's not an Adams bet if I don't have that 5.5 in NHL.
Yeah, and the
there,
one
so.
time you strayed from it did not go well.
Nope, not at all. So we'll go with the Devils and the Islanders. Like I said, Devils love to concede goals. They've conceded over 3 goals in their last 4 games. So I'm loving this bet. The Islanders can put the puck in the net too. Devils, competent team, I'll take it. And then the last game of the night, Pittsburgh to cover the 1.5 goals against Buffalo. Buffalo have been a good team scoring goals, but again, in hockey, if Pittsburgh's up late, you're going to get an empty netter, hopefully. That'll get your two goals win by, and you get it at minus 145. It's better than taking them at the money line. So those are my 5 games. Bet them individually, and of course, my favorite time is the parlay. $50 wins a total of $924.
Not bad,
Not
man.
bad.
Not bad. Have you helped anybody else around the office hit their parlay? I know you did Art earlier in the week.
I've been too busy, honestly. Art's annoying. He comes to me like every day and like asks me, and I'm like, I just don't have time for this, man. Just shut up and leave.
So how confident are you in these bets today?
Very. I'm honestly, I think the only tricky one is going to be the New Jersey Devil game
Okay.
over 5.5. You're taking 2 teams that are meh. But both know how to give up goals, so we'll see if they can score them.
What you got, Fish?
Are you counting down to Wednesday, Adam? Do you
What's
have in your
Wednesday?
account next Wednesday? You were saying this one you can finally eat.
Oh, the end
shit,
of Ramadan?
that's right. Yeah.
Do you already forgot? Well,
Fish,
must
it's
not
like
mean
not
much
even
to
in my.
you then.
It's not even in my head right now.
I couldn't imagine
I'm just going through
one
it.
day without eating, let alone 30.
Dude,
I wish it was
I
just
was in
eating.
Dearborn. I was playing ball with one of the Muslim homies, and this dude, I was like, "How are you out?" Like, we stopped the game, got a break of water, and he's just standing there, and I was like, "Man, that's respect right
Well,
there."
you've been doing it since you're like 10 years old,
Yeah.
11 years old, so it's like natural. I did 2 days in high school when I was fasting. Like, it's all
I feel
good.
like we make a bigger deal of it than you do.
Yeah.
Like everybody's always
Like,
worried
oh my
about that.
God!
Asking about oh, you're
Water?
not-
You can't
haven't
drink
eaten
water?
today.
Like, no, whatever.
I couldn't do it.
Just lose some weight. It's like you're on a diet. It's not that bad. Fucking hell.
You're down like what, 15 pounds?
I'm down 13, yeah.
Well, the thing is, there's that fad of intermittent fasting too, which is, I mean, you're going what, 24 hours fasting? Like,
Well, I mean, intermediate fasting is anywhere from like 10 to 12 hours. Fasting this way is kind of more hardcore. You're going really like 16, 18 hours. Depends if you want to sleep or not. Because I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and drink water and eat. So I'm sleeping. I'm not eating. So the last time I ate was like 9:02 last night.
damn.
And I won't eat again until like 8:58 or something like
What
that.
time
So
can you
12
eat till
hours
in
and
the
5
morning?
minutes ago then.
Like 4 or 5 a.m. But I just don't feel like waking up.
Right.
I barely get enough sleep anyway. So
It's
I'm gonna
be
wake
messed
up.
up, but I got to get on the Ramadan diet.
It's a good diet.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
24 hours.
That's tough.
Nothing.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
That turns into
It's
48.
good for your body though.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It like totally
cleans
shocks your
everything.
body.
Right?
Yeah.
The beginnings was probably, now you're probably so used to it.
Used to it, but it's draining.
Yeah.
It's one of those diets that like drain you.
Well, we have opening night for our softball team tonight. So I
Hopefully.
need-
tonight?
It's
Hopefully,
tonight.
hopefully.
Yeah, if it
Why
doesn't
hopefully?
rain,
Knock
it's
on
supposed to
wood.
rain
Oh,
like
man.
Yeah.
Rain or sunshine. We out there. Come on.
right. Starting at 3:00, it's supposed to rain, and our game's supposed to be at what 6:30 today.
7 o'clock is the first pitch, but I'm packing Lunchables like fish.
Yeah, so
I'll have my water and Lunchables.
by the end of the game, I'll bring orange slices.
Right around the 6th inning, I'll.
Watermelon was the best after games.
Yeah.
The best. And also, what's the best? Making some money on your bets. So you got to check out MyBookie right now and take advantage of their promotion going on right now that you could do using the code word Woodward. They're going to match up to 50% off your first deposit. So just use that word, Woodward. Type that in there. Take advantage of that. I actually placed my first baseball bet. I'm not too big into baseball, so I was like, you know what? Let me dabble a little bit. I had the Indians, Rockies, and the Rays. Won $150 off of $20 on that parlay.
Yay!
So take advantage right now. MyBookie. Use the code word Woodward, and you see it right there on the screen. MyBookie will match up to 50% of your deposit.
You want sports? We got sports for you right here, Woodward Sports.
How do I even come after that?
This is the only time I'm going to be calm because I'm certainly not during the show. Poor Joy.
I'm Drake Bill. I'm here.
Legion and Bell every day right here on Woodward Sports from 11 to 1.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network. It is Thursday, so we get the sexiest man alive, voted by Fish, on stage with us.
But I will say it's a little unfair for me to follow up with Atomic Dog, man. That's a tough competition, man.
What, following up with Adam?
Yeah.
You call me Atomic?
You guys sell him short.
How do we do that?
You make fun of him and act like he's not important, but he is.
Who makes fun of Adam and acts like Adam's the most important? Without Adam and Fish, this whole thing doesn't happen. Me and Joey just show up and talk every day.
Yeah, you know what? And maybe I hang out with Art too much because he just crushes the poor dude.
Oh, well, yeah, that's Art crushes
Does Art
everybody.
just like
Art crushes himself, first
off.
off.
No, you guys don't understand. Art had a really rough upbringing, and that's the only way he knows how to show love.
Okay, I get it now.
Does that make sense?
It makes total sense.
That's how Art is. And I'm kind of the same way. I didn't have a rough upbringing like that, but if I'm not picking on you, I don't really like you.
Speaking of picking on people, I have to say something. Joey, you're a fool.
You're a fool.
Okay. And don't
With your
laugh
bum
over here.
ass.
Don't smile over here, brother, because you are a fool too, Mr. Stick.
I agree.
And the grinning guy over here is a fool also.
The three fools.
We're all fools. We're all fools.
But I am sad to say this. I'm the biggest fool. And here's why. We've always been told the Tigers can't spend money. It's a small market team with a tiny little family-owned business and everything. And we're all fools because we fell for it.
Who said the Tigers couldn't spend money?
That's what they're saying. That they can only do it in increments. That they can do it at certain times. Now, as it comes out, the other day we found out that the Tigers, Chris Illich and everything, bought a 50% share in a $2.4 billion casino. Now, here's what they're not doing. District Detroit. Remember that 50 blocks of housing and bars and entertainment, and they haven't done shit with that.
It's that one house holding up everything. It's that $1 $3 million house holding up everything.
Yeah, you know that house is falling apart. Yeah, that must be it.
Yep, it's holding up everything.
They built parking lots, right? They got their arena.
Yep.
And I'm upset because I think they kind of bilked Detroit. They bilked all of us. They fooled all of us. And then, well, we can't afford this right now, you know, the pandemic and all this kind of crap, and we all fell for it. So I think we're being played as fools by the Illich family. You know, buying a casino is not cheap.
No.
I think I agree. I mean, remember they did the whole tour, like when they were building the LCA, they did the whole tour, bring you in there, showing you all the models. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like that.
Right.
You're gonna have, then it's gonna have all this in the background of the Pistons game, and we ain't seen jack.
And you know what, my dumb ass, I was all for it. Let's go. I'm like supporting it. I even reached in my pocket and said, "You need some money here? Here's $20."
Just contribute a little bit.
We're all fools.
Sad.
So it's kind of sad, but you know, and their baseball team is just brutal right now.
Yes.
And,
yeah, this is tough.
I know they scored 13 runs in the last 2 games against the Boston Red Sox, and my first thought was not, oh look at the Tigers, look what they've done. My first thought was, what the hell is wrong with the Boston Red Sox pitching staff?
Yeah, they've given up a ton of runs because our bats were dead. I mean, like we were celebrating even if we scored 1 run. What's up, Fish? What you got to say, buddy?
I have 2 things. I have one for Corey and one for Terry Foster.
All right, I'm ready.
I'll start with Corey first. Yesterday on the Baligian Bell Show, Mikey TikTok said he wants to do the 1-chip challenge with Joik.
I can't get another chip. Can't go to the well too many times.
Did you see that, Terry?
Yeah, I did. I saw the chip, and this guy offered me one. I said, hell no.
And number 2, this is for you, Terry Foster.
Yes?
I'm getting my second shot tomorrow. You have any advice? Corey said I should drink enough water. Is this going to be, I have to drink like 8 of these tomorrow, Corey?
Here's my only advice. Take a Tylenol 2 hours before your shot. take one 2 hours afterwards. Then after the shot, do this. Just move your arm around. I don't know if it helped me, but I had no side effects. In fact, my wife doesn't think I took the shot.
Really?
No, she said, you didn't take the shot. Nothing happened to you, man. This is not fair.
Well, am I going to be okay? Am I going to be fainting during one of these shows tomorrow? Am I going to be fine?
I can't predict anything.
Okay.
I do not know. I just know, personally, I felt nothing.
Well, I just want you to tell me I'm not going to die tomorrow. That's all I want
You're
to
not going to
hear.
die.
All right, good. That's all I want to hear.
But if you don't take the shot, you could die.
All right, cool. Well, I'm getting it, so.
You're good. You're a young guy. You're spry.
We need
you're
you,
full
Fish.
of energy. And plus, this guy here couldn't survive without you.
I could
so.
not. Without Fish, man, my whole life would collapse. And
Right.
I'm being dead serious. Everybody thinks I joke about that, but
I don't think you're joking.
The one day he was gone, it was mayhem.
It was so weird. It was just weird in the office.
He's such a mainstay. That's why. Like it just it's almost not that we take him for granted, but we take all of the duties that he covers. It's just like, oh, that's handled.
Right. And you know what? He's adorable too.
Oh yeah.
You got to include that. He's adorable.
He's an
It's the
adorable
hair.
Fish. He's getting a little mustache right now too.
Is it? Oh no,
we're seeing him grow before our eyes.
I want to see him grow that mustache out. But let's talk about something more important right now, Terry.
Okay.
Zach Wilson's mom.
Zach Wilson's mom.
Yeah, she was trending on Twitter for like 2 days, and then Zach Wilson was on a New York radio station the other day, and they were asking him all about his hot mom. And have you guys seen Zach Wilson's mom?
What's she look like?
she's a cutie pie.
Smoke
Yeah.
shop.
That looks like his sister. First off.
Adam said it kind of looks like Kelly Stafford.
Oh, whoa!
Don't you see it a little
In
bit
the-
now
in the
when
smile.
you say it?
Yeah, you do see that.
In the smile.
Because it kind of got that little Joker smile.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's a cutie pie.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is why he was trending on Twitter. Have you guys ever? I'm sure you have. Everybody's had a friend that had the hot mom.
Yep.
I'm the friend.
Oh, you're the friend.
It is hell growing up. It's hell.
How many
What's the
times-
word?
Yeah.
Has
What did they
the
say?
hot mom ever flirted with you?
Have the hot mom ever flirted with
No,
me?
that's his mom. He's saying.
No, my mom.
Oh, your mom is the hot
Yeah,
mom.
that's
That's
right.
right.
Have
Okay.
you flirted with your mom before?
No.
Come on, Corey. What's wrong with you?
But yeah, the jokes that get levied my way. Man, I'm about to be your stepdad, and
Heck no.
They call her Miss Parker.
I've heard everything under the book. I guess I'll show you guys a picture.
But
one
aren't
day.
you a little bit proud?
Oh yeah. I mean, you know what? After a while, I just took it in stride. Like, all right,
It's the age. There's a certain age. Once you get past that, I feel like is
Yeah.
when it's like, all right, this is okay now.
I would say by middle school, I was fine. By middle school, I was fine. But
So when your boys said, "Hey, I'm gonna get with your mama," you were like okay with it.
I was just like, whatever. It's just like I've heard every joke in the book by then. There's nothing that you can pretty much say to me I haven't heard about it. So I got over it. And then some of them had hot moms too, so I threw it back.
That's right. Joey, did you ever have that in high school? Like, was there the one kid in high school that had the super hot mom that everybody went nuts for? Because
Yeah.
we had some brothers at St. Mary's, and they had a hot mom.
Really?
And it was every time she'd roll up in the Escalade to pick them up and whatever, it's just a smoking hot blonde chick, and everybody would be like, "Oh, your mom!" You know, it's just a bunch of horny 15-year-olds.
Yep. No, I remember in middle school, there was literally the biggest kid in my middle school had the hot mom, so no one ever messed with him. Nobody would.
Fair.
It's usually
Yes,
how it
I never
goes.
had that. All the moms in my neighborhood were
Ugly?
yeah, or alcoholics or.
You could be
Something.
alcoholic and still hot, but if you're
I know,
alcoholic
but
and
drink,
ugly,
if you drink too much, it kind of makes you fade a little bit. So I never had that. Like, damn, look at that girl.
I love this franchise Steve Freeman. We had a dude in high school where every time his mom came to football practice, everything stopped for 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
And it is funny, especially in high school when you got the hot mom. But obviously, Zach Wilson's had to deal with this through high school, and now he's in the pros, and his mom's trending on Twitter.
She's fine.
That's
But
crazy.
Here's all of you guys have been at radio at some point. Now, what happened is a radio host got in trouble with the public for asking Zach Wilson about his hot mom. Now, if her picture's in the New York Post,
right?
If everybody's talking about it, you have to ask that question. I don't understand why this radio talk shows cause so much crap.
Yeah, and I listened to the interview, and it wasn't like salacious, where he wasn't
Right.
like, "Oh, your mom's got a fine ass, man. I'd love to bend her," like that. Like he didn't go
Yeah, that's
that
just
route.
what we thought.
Right,
He
that's
did.
just what's going through our heads. No, and honestly, Zach Wilson gave a very bland answer, like, "Yeah, I kind of want to just keep her out of the spotlight," and that was it. That was the whole conversation.
That's
then they
cute.
moved on to bench pressing.
She's gonna totally kick my ass. I just sent Alex a picture of my mom.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, if you want, I'll send you a picture of his mom too.
Yeah. Oh man. I thought you were gonna say, I said you wanted my mom.
We should all send our moms because I believe my mom is very beautiful as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the picture I sent.
My mom used to be a model.
Really?
Same here. Thing is, when that picture I sent them, nobody believes it. In that picture I just sent Alex, my mom is 55 right there. So I don't know when he's gonna. I don't know when he's gonna throw it up.
Black don't crack.
Oh, there she is.
Wow, that's crazy.
55?
Yeah, she's 55.
She looks like 19.
Yeah, she
Wow.
does. She looks
I'm not
like
joking.
she's.
You look older than your mom, Corey.
Yeah.
And you don't look old at all. That's crazy.
Yep.
And I did not expect you to come from a light-skinned woman.
She's not light skinned. Just
Oh,
just a
just a
picture.
picture?
It's
Okay.
just the lighting.
Just the lighting of the
Damn,
picture.
Corey, that is you look.
Did you get?
That's what I'm saying.
she's nice.
I'm used to it.
The only thing now, I always have to critique people. The only thing I would fix up those eyebrows a little bit. But other than that, yeah, she's great.
You already know she's on your hit list.
I know
man.
it. I know she don't like me.
Oh, she don't like you? Why?
No, because she says I'm too rough on Corey.
Oh.
She took one comment the wrong way.
What was the comment?
She said, "What does he mean by his little cute article?"
Oh.
Well,
it's my mom.
Mama Bear going hard.
So I didn't respect your articles. What she's trying to say, I respected the article, but I was just in a goofy mood.
My mom, is, like I said, she's over the top sometimes, but that's her.
I dated a girl in high school with a hot mom, so all the dudes were so jealous when I was there every night with her and her mom.
Oh, this reminds me, dude. I gotta find this picture. I once went out with a girl that looked like my mom.
What? On purpose?
No. The weirdest thing ever. I showed someone a picture, and then they were like, "Dude, that looks like your mom." I was like, "That doesn't look like my mom." And I did it side by side. I gotta find this picture.
You know people will think, okay, you're a freak then.
Yeah.
If that's the case. You probably didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it at all, of course.
But they think, oh, this dude's a freak.
I had a cousin that married a guy that looked exactly like her brother.
That's so weird.
And it was weird. Like they'd sit next to each other at Christmas time, and we'd be like, "Which one? Wait, what?" They just looked identical. It was weird. Singing it to Stacy's mom, Zach Wilson's mom's got it going on. So yeah, Terry, you definitely wanted to talk about the hot mom, right?
Right. But, as professionals in the business, do you bring that subject up to Zach Wilson? I would.
Yeah,
I'd talk
bring
about
it up. I thought the way they brought it up, like they led into the question for like 30, 45 seconds, I just would have been like, "Man, your mom's catching a lot of heat on social media right now for being great looking. What do you think about that?"
Well, Stick,
like,
the
there's
only
ways
problem,
to approach
only
it.
problem with you is you would say, can I get those digits?
Yeah, I would. Hopefully
Call her
I'd get
out.
them. Is she single?
No, if you're a mom, chances are you're married.
You could be
Chances
single.
are, but I mean, no.
But
In
not
this day and age,
necessarily.
it's
Come on.
2021. They could have not even known each other.
I'm going to guess dad's not around because she dialed herself up.
Right.
She wants to make sure she looks good. So she's trying to track something. Mama is hunting.
God, could you imagine you meet this chick at a bar, you bring her home, you guys are hanging out, you start dating her, and you find out her son's Zach Wilson?
Right.
Oh,
or
man.
you take her out, you say she's fine, and then, you take her home and then she pulls off her girdle.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because she's old.
That's all right. I'll deal with it for the night.
Everything just goes zoop.
Everything just drops. Yeah, I don't think she's that old. I wonder how old she is. Because Zach Wilson, how old is Zach Wilson? Like 20, 21?
Yeah. She's got to be 20. So she's a minimum of, 40 something.
39?
She could be 38, but she's probably older than that.
If she's younger than me, then I'm all in. I'm all in on that.
Well, even if she's older, she turned 48.
48?
In August 2020. Okay.
Oh, damn.
Way to be
Okay.
so exact.
Yeah, don't be afraid of older women, man.
I ain't afraid of older women.
Well, it
Not
sounds like
scared
you
of
are.
me. I'm an older man. I've reached that status in my life.
Yeah, but you still look like a little spring chicken.
I do look young, but I ain't young. What is the largest age gap you've ever dated? Because when I was 21, I dated a 36-year-old, and she taught me some things.
I had an encounter. It wasn't a date. It was an encounter when I was at
encounter.
Central Michigan University. I was at the Alibi, and you know, I had a few drinks, and it was like 10 o'clock, and by that time I'm usually drunk. So anyway, a rose appeared in front of me. So I looked up, and there was this woman. She was, we kind of hooked up that evening. She was 32. I was 18.
Wait, you said you were 18, she was 30?
32. That's nice.
Legend.
And she was built, too. Nice.
Fish, what's going on, man? Speaking of hot moms.
The only thing I know is her name is Lisa Wilson.
Lisa Wilson?
That's all I found on her. I didn't really find any age or where she's from or who she's dating or any of that.
Fish, do you think your mom's hot?
Let's move on, everybody. Terry Foster, I heard.
Fish definitely got a beautiful mom.
Terry Foster, I heard you wanted to talk about jersey numbers and what you'd want to hang in your house. Let's hear it.
Oh, looks at this guy, man. He knows how to switch the subject.
We still got 5 more minutes until that topic, Fish.
Fish's mom showed up to our NFL draft party, and she had on some tight jeans. She was dressed up. She was looking pretty. Don't you think, Fish?
Sure. I really don't have a comment
like that.
Fish is like, I'm gonna shank all of you after this is over.
Listen, I'll stand up here and say my mom's beautiful too. I won't deny that fact, Fish.
I think beautiful is different than hot, though.
I know. Yeah, you can't say the word hot.
Didn't you assholes smack her on the ass that night? Or were you respectful?
We were respectful, and Fish's dad looked like he would mess us up.
Oh, Dad was there.
Yeah, Dad was there. And Fish's parents are hilarious. Fish looks exactly like his dad, but he also looks like his mom. It's the weirdest. It's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fish's
it's
mom.
usually how it is. You kind of look like your parents.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Dad wasn't there to support Fish. He was there as a bodyguard.
Right.
It's weird as heck. I don't know how he looked like his parents. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Dude, come on.
But
I don't look anything like my parents.
I thought Fish's dad was his brother.
And I see a little bit. His brother.
I mean, his dad looks pretty young.
Oh, his dad looked like. I thought you said he looked like his brother. I was like, I didn't know Fish had a brother.
Well, if I do, I don't know about it. So
if I do, I don't know about it.
Well, get that 24.
Hey, have any of you guys done the 23? I've wanted to do it for years, and my dad's like, I don't care where my people are from if I have Russian ancestors.
My
I do.
daughter's doing that.
I want to do that.
Yeah, because black people don't know where they're from. No black people. They know we're from Africa, but East African,
what do you
West
mean? You really don't know that?
No black people.
We're brought over here on chains.
Yeah, we were brought over in chains. We didn't come over on the Mayflower.
Man, we were brought over on boats. We still know where we were.
Yeah, but you paid to come over here. We didn't pay.
We were brought in voluntarily.
Yeah.
That's why
that would be interesting to do it.
The ancestry?
Yeah. How accurate are those things, though?
My sister did it for us. I got a homework assignment for both of you guys.
All right.
Ask any black person where you're from. You can't say Africa. Where are you from? And they're going to look, I don't know, somewhere.
Now, is it that they can't trace back to that? Because you could still, like, trace bloodlines to specific areas in Africa, right?
Well, it's like you talk to a white guy. Say, what's your national? I'm Italian.
Right.
Well, chances are you're from Italy. Or I'm Irish. Or I'm whatever.
Right. There's not the blanket statement of African.
We just, nobody says, I'm from Nigerian American.
Yeah, because most people don't really understand that Africa is actually a continent.
Yeah.
Africa's
not a country.
A continent, not a country.
Yeah, it is definitely not a country. South Africa is a country, though.
Yes.
Just in case you have a geography
That's
homework.
a nice country.
It's just like if it was North Africa. That's just a name.
Really? No. South Africa's a country.
I know, but
but people think North Africa.
Yeah, North
there is
Africa
a South
is
Africa.
Right.
North Africa.
South Africa is not a region. It is a country.
Got it. Okay. Well, and a lot of white people live in South Africa.
There are, which means a white person could walk around here saying, I am African American.
Yep.
It'd be true.
And people would be pissed. But like, don't take that from us.
No. What you need to do is look at the rosters of HBCUs, tennis teams, golf teams, or whatever. They got plenty of African Americans, and they're paler than you, brother.
They're all South African Americans.
Yeah, they are.
Well, let's do this. We got you brought up a great topic of what jersey would you want hanging in your man cave all time if you could get it. So I want to talk about that because I was thinking about it yesterday, and I think I already have the jersey that I would pick. So we'll talk about that next on the Woodward Sports Network with Terry Foster joining us on Thursday.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports at my favorite downtown Fenton, Bridge Street Exchange. Let's go check out their beautiful store. You know we love Michigan summers. Got to turn up on the lake. Pre-made mixed drinks. They even got their own beautiful Bridge Street Exchange t-shirts. I got mine on. Jewelry, they got you here. I got mine on. Titanium Buzz. If you're not quite ready to ask that big question yet with the jewelry, look nice for your girl. They got polos. And last but not least, the most comfortable shoes on the planet. Hey Dude. They're literally called Hey Dude. Shop here at Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. Support a locally owned business.
Welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all digital sports network, live streaming on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, and of course, where are we missing?
WoodwardSports.com.
Twitter and WoodwardSports.com. And you can download the app. Yep. We're all over the place. So thank you guys for being a part of the show. And make sure you follow us on every other social media, TikTok, Instagram, at Woodward Sports. We were talking before the break about what jersey would you want in your man cave of all jerseys that you could ever own. And Terry, you brought this topic up, so I'm gonna throw it to you first, man. Like,
yeah, there's some hot stuff going on. First of all, we can't afford any of these jerseys.
Right.
They're game. I don't need a game worn jersey because it's nasty. And plus, if you're into having Michael Jordan sweat or Kobe Bryant sweat, they clean it off, right? They dry clean it. So I don't get the game worn jersey thing. However, if you are into it, Michael Jordan's game-worn jersey, his last game, which would have been the Wizards, I said I don't even want a Michael Jordan Wizards jersey.
No, that's not how I want to remember him.
It sold for $1.5 million. No, it sold for $500,000. Wilt Chamberlain's jersey with the Philadelphia Warriors sold for a record $1.5 million. Actually, it's not selling for $1.5 million. You can buy stock into it, and as the price of the jersey appreciates, you get paid.
Okay,
it's like a stock dividend. So that got me to thinking: if you could have any jersey, any team, anybody up in your man's room, maybe you guys don't even have man's room. Do you have man's room?
I got
yet?
a basement.
All right,
my basement.
Joey, you allowed to have one?
Nope, I'm at the parents' house, so I'll build one when I get in my house.
When you get married, a honey bun may not let you have one.
Oh yeah.
You like that? You're gonna say, "Baby, I want a man's room."
Yeah.
And she's gonna say, "Oh yeah, baby, go ahead." Okay.
Isn't Honey Bun your nickname for Joik Bell?
Yeah, it is.
Are you implying Joik Bell's gonna be in his house?
Joey and Joik living together in perfect harmony.
J and J, man.
Joik won't let him have a man cave.
But if you had a man cave, the hot thing is to get jerseys up there and get them framed and everything. Which one would you? Because we don't wear them. Which one? Who do you want up there?
I already know mine.
Yeah. Who do you
I
got?
want it came out last year, and I got it. I looked it up on StockX actually last night because I wanted to grab it. Too rich for my blood right now. The Kobe Bryant Black Mamba Lakers jersey.
Commemorative one?
Yep, the one that has the 8 on the front and the 24 on the back. That jersey right now is going for like $800 on StockX. If I could get that jersey, that is one I would definitely want in my man cave.
You took mine right out of my words.
Really?
Yep.
Did your hot mom sew?
No,
because you know you can make a Kobe Bryant jersey.
Yeah, you know what? I might ask my aunt to make me one though.
She probably could. Yeah, so if you got a sewing machine and you got the numbers in a jersey, you can do it.
I've never really been big on jerseys, so like to me, you look at that Kobe jersey and it's like that thing got some meaning to it. That's why that one's just sweet. What would you pick?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your turn.
It is my turn. No, actually, I got a Bo Jackson autographed Raiders jersey, and that was like the main jersey that I wanted growing up, and I got it when I was older, so I got what I wanted. Bo Jackson autographed number 34 black and silver Raiders jersey.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, it's my favorite. I also have a signed pair of Mike Tyson boxing trunks, the black Everlast, and then I have a pair of Mike Tyson boxing gloves autographed too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. That whole collection's gonna be worth something. Actually, well, I don't know after that last grandpa fight. That thing lost value.
The coolest thing I own is an autographed lithograph of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, signed by Mike Tyson.
Oh, shut your mouth.
Yeah, it's a picture. I'll take a picture and I'll bring it in one day.
I have a Muhammad Ali signed glove.
Nice.
But it's framed and everything. I haven't touched it, and I never will touch it. So
when did he sign it? Like,
I have no idea. I
Okay.
used to, when I traveled the NBA, I used to go into art galleries, and I would see all these. You know, most of it was of trees and flowers and birds and ducks and stuff. And so I wouldn't. But then there was a place in San Francisco that had a lot of sports stuff. There's a guy named Leroy Neiman. He had a painting that I loved called Satchmo.
Okay.
And it was of I'm going to blank.
Satchel Paige?
No, not Satchel Paige. Who blew the horn? Well, never mind. But anyway, I love this thing, and it was $6,000, and I'm like, damn, that's too much. So then I went back a few years later, and this thing was $36,000. I said, shoot, man, I should have bought the thing at $6,000 and tried to sell it for $36,000.
Right.
But I didn't.
I actually had an experience like that at an antique shop. My mom loves antiquing, just like all moms do. You know, and if you're from Michigan and you're on a road trip, you're stopping at a damn antique shop somewhere along the way. But this one antique shop was attached to a sports card memorabilia shop.
Mm-hmm.
But they had their 1911 Ty Cobb Hugh Jennings baseball card at the antique shop. And I was able to convince my parents to buy it for me, and I still have it to this day.
So they had $1.5 million?
No. The card was, I believe, it was like $1,500. It's not worth like $9,000 though.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
You got a $9,000 card?
Yeah. I also have a
you
Joe
know,
Montana rookie that's worth a lot, Jerry Rice rookie that's worth a lot. Like I got a lot of cards.
I am not a memorabilia guy, but the thing I don't understand, why is a card worth more than a jersey, a game-worn jersey?
I don't know, to be honest
I think
with
it's
you.
because cards aren't as relevant anymore, like getting new cards, that it has that nostalgia effect to it.
I just think there's less of a market, and it's easier to display a card. It's easier to have a card. Like, less people are looking for jerseys. But to your point about game-worn jerseys and why people like them, like, it's kind of like a car guy. Like, okay, I have a 67 Mustang, right?
Right.
But this guy has a 67 Mustang of all original parts. And that's really what it is. It's like,
Or-
all right, I got a signed Bo Jackson jersey, but this guy has a signed Bo Jackson
Or how
jersey
about
that
this?
he wore.
I have a 67 Mustang that was driven by stick.
There you go.
So all of a sudden, bam, it's worth more.
Yeah, no, it is. If you could prove that on the ledger, you can do that. And my
You really
dream
got that
car,
Mustang?
No, my dream car to own is a 65 Mustang. That's on my bucket list. What's up, Fish?
You know more card collectors than you do jersey collectors.
Me personally?
Anyone. Most people know more card collectors than they do jersey collectors. That's why cards are more popular.
Oh yeah, cars are definitely popular.
People will
But
do
I
card
was just
collection
comparing
versus
like the
jersey
difference between
collections.
game worn and regular is the difference between factory parts and a kit car.
I mean,
Like that's the difference.
There's more card sports stores you can go to and
Yep.
get cards versus jersey stores.
Yeah. No, my Bo Jackson jersey is one of my pride and joys. Alex, what about you, man? Do you have any collections? I know you're into sports. Do you have any specific jersey or anything that you would want?
I don't have a whole lot. I would say probably like a Iserman or something like that, going back to Red Wings.
Iserman would be great.
So that's a young man right there.
What about you, Fish? What jersey would you? Is it like some Australian football rules?
I don't really have. I mean, I used to have a crap ton of jerseys. They don't fit me anymore. I'd have like Lions, Bears, Browns, Colts, the Peyton Manning Colts.
Who's your favorite? Peyton Manning?
I don't have a favorite. I don't.
I love when you
I
put-
have hats. I also have a bunch of hats.
But if
Mostly
you could pick
baseball hats.
one player's jersey of all time in any sport to hang up in your room,
And you've had time to think about this, brother, so don't go blank on us.
I have had time to think about it. I'll go Peyton Manning Colts.
Peyton Manning Colts. That's a good one. There's nothing wrong with that. I was thinking you were gonna go like Pele or some soccer player or something like that.
See, I think I'd go Gordie Howe.
That'd be great.
Because Tupac has a famous picture of him. I think he's wearing a Gordie Howe jersey, and he's spitting at the cameras.
Yes.
So I want that jersey.
I want that. I want the Tupac worn jersey.
I didn't know that was a Gordie Howe jersey, that one.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Because the reason I know is because I got into an argument with Caucasians who said black people don't wear NHL jerseys. So that's absolutely not
You
true.
show him Tupac?
Yeah, and I said, we do. And I said, look at Tupac.
Caucasians.
Well, I mean, you
I
know,
love
white
how you
people.
with Caucasians.
No, but white people try to
The
tell
whites.
you. No, they try to tell you that you don't know stuff about being black. So then you get into an argument with them and say, well, I'm sort of black, so I know this a little bit, maybe a little bit more than you. Maybe you read about it, but I've experienced it. And they just kept coming at me because I mentioned brothers who wear NASCAR, which is true.
Yep.
Brothers who wear NHL jerseys, which is true. And they try, oh, no. Black people don't wear that, blah, blah, blah. I said, all right, well.
I mean, it's few and far between to see a black guy walking down the street in a hockey jersey, though.
I disagree with that.
See, no. Have you guys ever seen the video where the guy goes around and he's like, black men love hockey, and they're wearing hockey hats, and he'll go up to them and say he's got a Detroit Red Wings hat on. Hey, could you name me one player on the Detroit Red Wings? They can't name anybody.
No, they can't.
It's like the
thing.
logo. That was
Yeah.
cool. Detroit Kool-Aid's got a pair of Grant Hill shoes that he has.
Oh, that's sweet. That's real sweet.
Just don't wear them, man. Those if those are the Hills, they will kill your feet.
Yeah, they're Fila's, so I'm
Yep.
assuming they're
Oh my
not very
God.
good.
Just
Can we be
put 'em
honest?
on
Those
display.
are the ugliest shoes.
Well, the Matumbos that I used to rock back in the day. I won an autograph Andre Drummond Motor City jersey back in 2015. It's been in a Kroger bag since.
It should be. I don't blame you. You don't want the teal.
No.
Before that, put up there on display.
Yeah.
I'm about to go grab a teal jersey today.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a teal Grand Hill.
Then
Where
what
are you
do
gonna
with
grab
it?
that
You
from?
gonna burn it?
No, I'm gonna wear it.
Nah, man, you can't wear that. Don't wear it on the Woodward Sports Show.
I mean, I already
You
wore
hate
my,
the teal as well?
He's what?
You hate the teal as well, Terry?
Oh, Terry
I
hates the
hate
teal.
it.
You do?
Hate it.
You two both hate
I,
it.
I
do.
was at the press conference where they introduced the teal.
Wow.
And the Pistons were just so, oh, hey, we're going to have this new jersey and everything. I said, okay, they about to rock something cool. And I saw that teal, and I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. It looked just like the Charlotte Hornets back in the day.
Well, that was the hot trend back then. Remember, San Jose Sharks were teal. Then the
I
Mighty
didn't like
Ducks came out and they were teal. Then like everything was like neon. You know, Raptors came out and they were that crazy pink color at first and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
True,
So
The pink I wasn't
they were
crazy
all
about
over the
red.
place with colors
But
back then.
what city is this?
This is Detroit, baby.
Detroit. We don't do teal.
No, and that's exactly what Joe Dumars said. Remember when Joe Dumars got introduced and they switched the jerseys back over? He looked in the camera and he says, listen, we're going back to red, white, and blue because I don't bleed teal.
Yeah, but he drafts Darko #2.
Hey, but he gave us a championship,
He
man.
did.
I'd rather rock that
Don't
teal
ever bash
jersey
Joe
any
Dumars
day.
in front of me.
I tried to stop the Darko thing.
We all did.
No, you didn't know Darko couldn't play.
Yeah, no, I was all in on Darko. He was the left-handed Kevin Garnett, the 14-year-old that played at Hemo Farm and was taking Europe by storm. Like I bought into it.
I didn't. I had a guy that I was in correspondence with, and his hobby was to watch European games, and he was a Piston fan, and he emailed me and said, "Tell Joe, do not draft Darko." He says he's a workout warrior. If you put him in the gym and just tell him to work out and he's great. But you put him in a game and he sucks. Tell him, do not draft him. And then the Pistons draft him, and he immediately wrote me and says, oh, my God, I can't believe Joe. But I went to a press conference and told Joe about this dude named Yosemite. I said, he watches these games. He says Darko's awful, and there's a rumor you're going to draft him. He says, don't do it. And he went, who's this guy? Who's this guy Yosemite? I said, he watches games. And he says, what probably happens, you saw him work out and fell in love with him.
Right.
Your scouts probably never saw him playing a game. So they messed up.
Yeah.
I tried to stop it, folks.
Dude, I just remember him having a wide open dunk, being 7 foot and getting smashed by the rim, like the front of the rim.
Yep.
He couldn't even dunk the ball. He had the
You didn't even have
earrings.
to jump.
He had earrings, so he had to wear tape over them because Larry Brown didn't allow earrings. That was just such a weird.
The greatest move I ever saw him make was picking up a girl at Great Lakes Crossing.
There you go.
That was his best move.
There you go. What's up, Fish?
Terry, did you like David Stern as commissioner of the NBA?
I did. But, David Stern and I actually used to talk now and then. And, in fact, when I retired from newspaper, I got a note from David Stern saying that we appreciate the sports writers from that era in the 80s and 90s who wrote about the NBA. You're part of the league. So I thought that was really nice. So, yeah, I like David Stern. He's my guy.
Yeah, that guy. I watched him yesterday do draft picks. That guy is the funniest guy ever.
He is a funny guy.
I got two things with David Stern. I have a bone to pick with him on: NBA dress code and basketball reasons.
That's a lot.
Oh, you're an Allen Iverson guy.
I'm not saying I'm an Allen Iverson guy. I just thought the NBA dress code was bullshit, not BS. It was just straight up bullshit. And then the whole basketball reasons. I could spend an hour on why I think that's a whole load of horse shits, but whatever.
Well, he took a bullshit league, which is your word, and turned it into something.
Yeah, but it does help when you have Michael Jordan.
Well, and you had Larry Bird and Magic Johnson
Magic.
before that.
Yeah.
But before that, you had tape delayed games. You had and he said, let's promote the players over the team, which pisses people off, but that works.
It does work.
That's the way you do it.
People tie themselves to players, really, and that's. I didn't mind David Stern when he was the commish, and I don't mind Silver. I think Silver's done a decent job.
I just hate
too.
looking at Silver. That's my only problem.
He looks like an alien.
Now Silver looks like the dude you beat up on the playground when you were a kid.
Isn't he like 6'5" though? Isn't Silver tall?
Yeah, he's
But
really tall.
He weighs like 85 pounds.
Right.
Y'all about the. I think you might be taller than him, Stick.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I've seen Silver in person. You might be taller than him.
All right.
And you weigh more than him.
Yeah,
You definitely weigh more than
put
him.
together. I'm put together.
6'3", 145 pounds.
145
That can't
pounds?
be real.
I wrestled at 135 in 8th grade.
Y'all are either the same height or you might be a little bit taller than Silver. Because
6'3".
Yeah, I'm 6'4", so.
Yeah, so yeah, I say you're a little bit taller than him. He's a
This can't
tall
be
guy,
his
but
height.
Fish
This
is
cannot
like
be.
130 pounds, aren't you?
No.
Yeah, go lower, Terry.
I'm $110.
I'm pretty skinny.
Yeah, 105,
You a
110.
$110?
Yep, skinny.
Wow.
Super skinny.
Super skinny.
Do you know? I don't think I've dated a woman that was under 110 pounds. I don't think so.
I don't think I've dated
Unless
a
it was in
woman.
high school.
Under 110?
Yeah.
So you know,
Is she
you know,
alive?
you know the weight. You know their weight always.
Do you make them weigh in?
I feel
No,
like
no. You can pick them up and figure out how much a woman weighs.
Yeah. They just don't like it when you do it.
Yeah. And then
You pick them up and immediately tell them their weight.
What about that? What about that one that you couldn't pick up though, Terry?
I gave him over to Corey.
Yeah. Corey not going to deny it.
Corey like those big girls.
No, not big girls. Thick. It's a difference.
With 2 C's.
But those big girls will treat you right, though, man.
Yeah, they cook.
And they cook, and they make sure that you're happy.
What did Drake say? To suck you dry, then eat some lunch with you? Ass so fat, making everybody so uncomfortable.
Oh, you guys are getting out of hand.
Oh yeah, well that was my favorite Drake line. I have a girl whose ass is so fat it's partly embarrassing.
Yeah, Drake's got some great lines. Even on that song Only, man, he killed it too. So let's talk about something else. Terry, you brought this up, and we see this happen in Michigan. We've seen it happen around the country. Whenever a new fast food place opens that hasn't been in a specific region before, people just act insane. And White Castle opened in Florida, right?
Yeah, White Castle.
White Castle.
It's never been there?
No, never. They built one near Disney in Orlando. It's the biggest White Castle in the world.
Yeah, it was never no White Castle in Disney.
Opened up. You know how long the wait was?
Probably about 2
Drive-through.
hours.
2 hours, Joey
Drive-through.
says? What do you say, Joey?
I'm gonna guess hour and a half.
How about 4 hours?
For a White Castle?
4 hours.
Are you sure they didn't think it was Chick-fil-A?
No. 4 hours to shit. I mean, come on.
Literally.
Really?
Yeah, I lived in. See, in Florida, Chick-fil-A's are all over because I lived in Orlando for 2 years. Chick-fil-A's are all over Florida, but there's definitely no White Castle down there.
Well, and we've seen it happen here in Detroit, too. When Sonic first opened, like 10, 15 years ago, the one out in Commerce, Like, Pontiac Trail was backed up for miles, people waiting hours. And the same thing, I think, when Sonic opened downriver. We saw it when Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A still is a crazy line
but
to
that
get
rightfully
to.
so, though.
Really? For a chicken sandwich?
Chick-fil-A
You don't
is
like
damn
Chick-fil-A
good.
stick?
No. It's good, not damn good.
It's damn good.
I will say this.
I go
about
to
Chick-fil-A.
Cleveland for Chick-fil-A.
The line looks intimidating,
Yes.
but they actually move that thing along quicker than what you think. That thing goes quick.
And it's not that quick, brother. Not quick enough for that
I was
damn
gonna say,
sandwich.
not
you
quick
get.
enough for me.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm in line maybe about 10 minutes.
Now,
Yeah, if I see three people in line, I'm out.
No, I just go. I don't have the app, but I just go straight through lately.
See, but to translate this over to you, a 4-line wait at McDonald's is literally that long-ass freaking wait at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad. But when you're talking about White Castle, you guys are going to really be mad at me for saying this. I've never even tried White Castle.
What?
Never. How? I remember
Thank
in
your
high
stomach
school.
still.
I know. I remember in high school.
Wow.
Somebody told me that it hurt their stomach and it was awful, and I just have never cared to try it.
You have never gone out and got drunk, and the fella said, "Hey, let's go to White Castle. Come on."
Nope.
Oh,
I've only
man.
been drunk a couple times, and it always ended up at Taco Bell.
Even I've gone to White Castle. I went there like 6 years ago.
Right. I think, I wonder if the movie Harold and Kumar had anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen Harold and Kumar. It's a White Castle now in Florida. Let's go.
I waited 2 hours for Popeyes. Yeah, that chicken sandwich had people waiting, too.
And that chicken sandwich from Popeyes was overrated as hell.
It's better than Chick-fil-A.
No. I don't think so. Not.
It's better than Chick-fil-A, you said?
I
Yes.
don't think so.
I thought so.
Dude, you guys are crazy.
I'm with Joey on this
we
one.
have different tastes.
Right.
Yeah.
No, we have taste.
No, you're crazy. You guys are ripping on Chick-fil-A up here. Honestly, I'm offended.
I'm with you.
Well-
I'm with you, Joey.
Well, you know what? Popeyes has never made me wait in a fucking 2-hour line.
Yes, it does.
For that sandwich?
No,
what?
no,
That
Popeyes
line
had
was
that
through
run.
the roof.
Yeah, they had that run where everybody had to have a Popeye
That line
sandwich.
is still through the roof on Telegraph.
Go to
Yeah.
Telegraph, 12 and Telly.
No, even the Popeyes up in Pontiac was on jam, or in Waterford.
Yeah, the one in Southfield was, too. But no, if I see 3 people in line, I'm like, there's got to be something else that doesn't have a line, and I just ride right by. Like, honestly, if I see 3 people waiting in the drive-thru, that's too much for me.
Don't you? If you see people waiting, you say, "Oh, that might be good since there's 50 cars there."
I don't wait for shit, Fish. I don't wait for anything. I don't like standing in line. I don't like doing any of that. Like,
Okay, but it's got to be good if there's people standing in line.
if I go to a restaurant and they're like, "Oh, it's a half-hour wait," it's like, okay, cool. I'll go find another
Okay, well,
restaurant.
that's
Thank
different.
you. Like, I don't know.
He's a busy man.
I just don't like spending my time like that. Just sitting in line. Oh, great.
I'll wait a half an hour if it's a good restaurant. It's
Okay.
okay. Because you can go to the bar, have a drink or so, have some wine, and enjoy yourself a
That's
little
different.
bit.
Just sitting in your car to drive through.
We got a bad Mikey.
Because he said Whataburger's good?
That was the most underwhelming experience I've had from anywhere. People told me to go.
Yeah, In-N-Out Burger, too. People speak so highly of In-N-Out Burger. When I was in Vegas, we tried it. Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that I agree on that.
It's a fast food burger, so I don't know what everybody's expecting.
Yeah,
Like,
well-
it's going to be delectable and so
Yeah.
good. It's a fast food burger.
That's true. It does go in and out, too. Trust me. They got the name right. It's no joke. But Joey, if you do have a, as we call it, Chateau LeBlanc, the White Castle, it's going to be in your body for a couple hours, and it's see ya.
Is
I'm
it
outta
really,
here.
is it like honestly? Do you guys think it's a good burger?
White
Slider.
Castle? I love White Castle.
Okay, I think it's a good burger, but here's what you can't do: don't go to Telway, don't go to Hunter House, because if you eat those burgers the same day as a White Castle, the White Castle burger sucks.
Okay.
All of a sudden, it's like, oh damn, I thought this was good.
Actually, I remember why. They had that freaking platter where it was literally a tray this big with just a whole bunch of sliders.
It's called a crave case.
That thing right there, that crave case, when I looked at it, just looked wrong. It looked like it was all connected in part of one.
Brother, don't eat it all yourself. And here's the other thing about White Castle: the only hamburger you can cook that you don't flip.
They steam them.
Huh?
You
'Cause it's
don't
so
flip
thin?
when they cook the burger, they don't flip them. They just put them on one side, then take them off.
Yep.
Because it's so thin?
Yeah.
They could do that?
And they have little holes in
well,
them,
they have
too.
5 holes in each
Yep.
burger, so
Oh.
it cooks right on through.
And I'll tell you what, the frozen White Castles that you can get Tastes just the same as the real ones that you get from the burger store.
Not mine.
Really?
I got one from Kroger's. And I was like, oh my god.
Oh, man.
Ooh,
Terry, was it? Are you sure it had the White Castle brand on it?
it had the little house on it.
Terry said,
Okay.
"Oh, it was frozen."
White Castle was my grandfather's favorite thing ever.
Really?
If I showed up with a Crave case, that man was so happy. Even at like 85 years old, he was like, White Castle. He loved White Castle, man. But I don't know about waiting in 4-hour lines for White Castle.
No, I would never ever do that. I mean, there was no road rage. Nobody got killed. Nobody got shot.
It is Florida, so I'm sure at least 3 people got killed. But it's not a story.
I would have shot somebody.
I would have shot. So yeah, if I wait
just to
4
make the
hours for
line a little
anything,
bit shorter.
just walk up and keep shooting.
What's
people.
the longest you've ever waited for food?
I don't know, maybe an hour and a half, but not like purposely. Like I ordered and it took time. Like I've never shown up to a place. Even there was one time I had a reservation at Eddie Merlot's over here in Birmingham.
Oh yeah, that'll be a wait.
Well, I showed up for a reservation. They're like, oh, it's gonna be 45 minutes. It's like, no, my reservation was at 8. I should be seated at 8, and they're like, no, we're running behind.
And I should be eating at 8:05.
Exactly.
So what's the deal?
And they extended it, and I ended up leaving. Like even though I had a reservation, I just, like I said, I'd rather just I'd rather go get a burger than wait for a good meal.
Okay. Well, I'm ashamed to say this, but I waited 2 hours for the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, see, I still haven't been to the Cheesecake Factory for that reason.
Yeah, because when it first opened, my son
got good food.
Really wanted to go. Sometimes you got to do stuff for your kids.
See, I don't have kids, so I don't have to make those sacrifices. It's all about me.
See, it's not about me anymore.
You know what's funny about the Cheesecake Factory? Their food is good, but their cheesecake ain't even that good.
Their cheesecake is overrated as hell.
Yeah.
Cheesecake is great.
We relate on all these restaurants.
Now,
Corey.
I like cheesecake. The thing is, I like Cheesecake Factory outside of Michigan. In Michigan, whatever.
There's only one here. Have you been to the one in Novi? And it was bad?
It was okay, but when I went out of town, every time I went out of town, I thought it was good. But the Cheesecake Factory here was just like
Kitty's Cheesecake, 8 Mile. Come at me. Best cheesecake.
The Cheesecakery, man.
Yeah,
that too.
Cheesecake
I gotta try
Factory
it,
in
though.
Chicago is great.
We gotta get the Cheesecakery in
Yeah,
here. Shout out
Kool-Aid,
to our
where you
man.
at?
Yeah, shout out to our man Detroit Kool-Aid. He's got the Cheesecakery, and I like that name.
Yeah, it's a sweet name.
I love cheesecake, man. I'll admit.
Hey, Adam,
Not-
you
not
hungry?
up front.
Well, Terry, I appreciate your time every Thursday that you come in.
Thanks
we
for
get to
having
talk
me.
sports, we get to talk life, we get to talk Detroit, and that's really what it's all about here at the Woodward Sports Network.
And hot
man.
moms, too.
And hot moms.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We just bring some in.
We should do that, a hot mom golf outing or something. And-
Terry's like, let's go.
Hey, I'd be the only one here interested in them because the hot moms would
Now,
be
if they
younger
looking
than
like
me.
Zach Wilson's mom, I'd be interested.
Okay.
I'm all in.
Now you'd be scared, man. You're like, ooh, that experience would freak you out.
Shh, you don't know me, Terry.
Dude, you'd be like, oh, can I fill the bill? Will I be able to hang with her? Because she knows a little bit more than me. You get scared.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna let you teach me something, and I'm gonna teach you something. That's what it's got to be. It's
I like
back
how the
and
young
forth.
fellas can talk shit about sex.
I'm not that
and
young,
they
Terry.
know.
How old do you think I am, Terry?
19.
Hey, it's got to make you feel good, though, Slick.
It does make me
Terry
feel
makes
good.
you sound like you're 19.
Right. No, I appreciate that. But how old do you think I am, for real?
You are 32.
I'm 40.
Damn.
How old do you think I am, Terry?
Well, let me see. You do you dye your beard?
No.
You don't dye.
I got a couple grays coming in.
Okay, then you got to be 36.
So I'm older than Slick?
Well, I mean, you got the gray coming in, and you're dyeing it.
How old are you, Joey? Tell him.
36.
No, he's not.
You nailed it, Terry.
No, he didn't nail it. How old are you, Joey?
27.
27.
I was only 9 years off.
Adam's 26. Corey's 96.
Now Corey's 35.
In July.
In July.
Happy birthday.
Fish is 20.
Happy birthday.
You're 20, right, Fish?
Yes, sir.
He's turning 21, and his first thing he wants to do is
That's
have a beer
baloney.
with Terry
Fish is
Foster.
like 12. Stop it.
No, I've always said I'm 19/8.
19/8?
Well, that's when I was 19. Now I'm 20/7. 20/8.
Okay.
We all drinking beers for your birthday,
How
Fish?
old are you, Alex?
No. I mean, you guys can. I will not be participating.
How old are you, Alex?
I actually don't know.
23.
23. All right. So we got some young bucks around here.
All right.
But yeah,
Damn, how does it feel,
But
Terry,
yeah,
to be the oldest
48-year-old
person in the
woman-
room?
I'm fine. I'm
48-year-old
still
woman
here.
does not intimidate me, Terry. That's only 8 years older than me.
Right. You're a 48-year-old woman. You know what I call her? Little girl.
Little girl. And I'm sure she appreciates
I'm
that.
in that weird part of life right now. Obviously, I love my fiance the most, but when my eyes do look around, I've been looking at moms. That's like that. I'm at that age where now I look at moms.
Yeah,
And
I can believe that. Yeah, you're a tweener right now. Wait until you hit 30. Then you're going to be, instead of being a sexual takeawayer, you're going to be more of a pleaser. You're going to be saying, okay, I want to make this woman smile too. It's not only about you smiling.
Quit being a selfish lover, Joey.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Seriously. Yeah, you're a little bit selfish when you're in your 20s.
Yeah, you got to get it.
It's the transition, right?
Right.
That's it.
And then, so you're missing out, man. You about to get married. When you start,
thanks.
About to get married.
I'm real excited.
When you date younger girls, they're bitches. When they hit their 30s, they're like, okay, I'm not the hottest thing in the room. I actually got to be nice to this brother right now to attract him. When the women turn 30, they change. You're like, well, I kind of like this.
My girl's 31.
And she's kissing your ass.
Yeah.
Isn't she? Yeah.
No, she doesn't kiss my
I'll tell
ass.
you
I
what, a
kiss
prime
hers more.
example of that was hosting nightclubs. Joey will attest to this. Like, we'd host an 18 and up club. Those girls floating around the room, they don't give a shit. Then I hosted like V nightclub inside the MGM Grand, much more mature crowd. Women that thought they would have kids by now, thought they'd be further in their life. The most aggressive women you'll ever meet in your life.
Hey, that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Grab your
When-
penis at the drop of a hat.
My favorite thing in the world is that one girl that you could just tell all her friends are taken, married, engaged, and she's that single girl, aggressive as hell. It's my favorite thing to see because it's so awkward.
I went to the nightclub at MGM Grand in Las Vegas, and the women there wouldn't even say hi to you, and a lot of them were ugly. They were dialed up. They had their makeup on, but you could look at them and say, "This bitch is ugly," and she's acting like she's Beyonce to me. I wouldn't even touch it. I'm just saying hi.
Like you could look at her and tell like she's from Utah or something.
Right.
Back in Utah, she was a 10, but
No. This girl's from Alaska, Denali Mountain, whatever that is, from the mountain range.
Oh, you really got to know her.
I'm just saying she wasn't sophisticated. She was ugly.
Well, Terry, thank you so much for joining us every Thursday. We appreciate you, man. Appreciate having you around here at Woodward Sports and popping by and doing your thing. And thank you so much for just being a part of this, man, right now.
I'm having a good time, and we got to talk about women, hot moms,
and
jerseys.
ugly bitches.
Ugly bitches. Man, my day is made.
Coming up next,
clap it up for you.
Coming up next, we got Fish's Facts. So you want some fun facts? Just give us like 30 seconds, and Fish is on the way. Perfect. Thank you.
Time? Yeah, it is. Fish!
Go fish.
Fish facts.
It's fish!
All right, Fish, you ready for your facts, man?
Yeah, can I ask why you're standing?
Well, we were going to switch seats and get things back to normal.
Way to make it awkward, Fish.
But no, you're fine. Terry,
Oh no,
Terry, can hang out.
I just want to know. That's sorry for
No, you're
asking.
good. Terry,
Terry
relax.
goes
All right, we start
Put the
with
camera on them.
Terry, hang out. All right,
we
go
start
ahead,
we
Fish.
start with the videos. Always stick. What day is today?
It is the 5th, the 6th of May.
Okay.
Thursday?
It's
Cinco de Mayo Part 2.
It is. It's Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
Love it. And we go out to Thursday Night Football, where the Storm played the Rabbitohs this morning. This is a guy scoring a hat trick. He ended up scoring 6 of them, and he's a beast, man. He's looking good. I feel sad for Pilar because I had to choose the green team as an upset, and as you can see, that is not going to happen. They got shut out.
You warned her it was going to be an upset. That's all right.
And it wasn't an upset. They lost 50-0. They got their ass pounded. Sad. All right, let's go to facts. Let's be happy now. Let's go to baseball. John Means, throws a no-hitter for the Orioles, which is the first one since July 13 of 1991. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, that's always good to see a no-no. I guess he did hit a guy. There was a hit by pitch, so other than that, he threw his no-hitter. Almost a perfect game.
Yeah, I love seeing perfect games.
Yeah, me too.
No, you got to
And
strike out.
no-hitters.
You got to strike out and the catcher dropped the ball.
Is that what happened? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew a player got on base.
We go to basketball. Good job to John Means. We go to basketball. Facundo Campizzo is the first Nuggets player with 5+ steals in a back-to-back games since Fat Lever in 1989.
And one of the greatest names in basketball history, Fat Lever.
And then Joey, I figured you would pick one of them. There was 2 stats on him, so I chose the one that you wouldn't pick. Anthony Edwards, second rookie in NBA history with 40+ points in a game with 0 made free throws. The other was Chuck Pearson, who was Rookie of the Year in 1987.
Anthony Edwards has all the upside that you can want out of your #1 overall pick, man. That was a good pick for them.
And we go to baseball. Oh, I kind of just spoiled there. We go to Bieber, not Justin, but Shane Bieber.
Hey!
Should have let off of that. He has 77 strikeouts this season, tied with 2018 Garrett Cole for third most by a pitcher in his first 7 starts of the season in modern era, trailing only Pedro Martinez with 82 and Kurt Schilling with 78.
That's some good company right there. That's the one thing I do love about baseball stats is you're going all the way back to 1900.
Well, you want to go back in the day, we go to May 6th. Today's May 6th. We go back in the day, 1733. I don't know how they kept track of it, but they did. First international boxing match in 1733.
And Bob Whitaker had the reach advantage, he had the height, and he had a cooler name than Tito Dan Carney.
How is that a cooler name? My man's name is Tito.
Yeah, but think about back
Tito.
back in what year was that? Can you throw that graphic up again?
1733, long time ago.
Yeah, but back in 1733, there were no Bobs. Bob was an odd name back then.
Yeah, but you know Tito was discriminated against in 1733.
You don't know where that boxing match was.
Well,
we go to 1903, where something good happened to the Detroit Tigers. The other team, Chicago White Sox, committed 12 errors.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know why that's a stat, but it was against the Tigers, and I'm like, all right, cool, let's put it up. We go to 1997. We have 2 events. The Hartford Whalers became the Carolina Hurricanes, and Rick Pitino becomes the coach of Boston Celtics.
And we can thank Rick Pitino for drafting Chauncey Billups and not wanting him and him becoming a great Piston. So thank you, Rick Pitino. We love you.
I like Rick Pitino until he did something and got Louisville stripped of the title.
Yeah,
Rick Pitino looked like he puts hits out on people.
Oh yeah, he's mafia for sure. Mafia for sure.
he looks like he wears makeup too.
Yeah, for sure.
Stick, here's a fun baseball stat for you. This is why I love long games. I'm assuming this was a long game. 2019, Pablo Sandoval becomes the second MLB player since 1900 to throw a scoreless outing, hit a home run, and steal a base in the same game in the San Francisco Giants' 12-4 loss in Cincinnati.
That's awesome.
And do you know what his batting average was against the Tigers?
A lot?
1,000.
800?
I swear, he never got out.
There's always that guy. There's Nelson Cruz, which kills us. There's Pablo. Like, there's always that one guy that we just can't
And
get
then
out.
happy birthday to Maz's favorite player of all time.
Derek Jeter.
No, it's his actual favorite player of all time. 1990, Jose Altuve.
It's not Derek Jeter?
It is not Derek
I
Jeter,
swear.
and it's not Tom Brady either. It's Jose Altuve.
He hates Altuve, man.
I do
Hates
think.
Altuve.
Yeah, I do think he was wrong for. Don't touch the jersey. That means he has buzzers in there. Why else would you do that?
Well, he says it's because his jersey was ripped off earlier in the season and his wife
I
got
don't
mad
care.
at him.
It's buzzers in there.
We don't know that, Fish.
And his wife got mad.
Allegedly.
He's a baseball player.
Yeah, allegedly.
Those are the facts. Tomorrow's Friday. Excited for the weekend. And we're going to have some fun tomorrow for Friday.
Hell yeah. And let's do it. Joey's dumbass of the day. Let's go.
The Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic.
World's dumbest criminal.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he's on the field.
When he crosses too many timeouts, it's a technical foul.
Dumbass!
So I'm going to just walk off with this one. Just like Jock Peterson thought he did for the Chicago Cubs. So confident he hit this. Let's get the sound on.
Bat flip. It's going to be me and Adam at softball tonight.
His reaction. Gotta love to see that. Jock Peterson. Look at that confidence. Don't let that be you tonight, please.
What an absolute asshole. Like, if you're going to do the bat flip, you're already a little bit of an asshole. But to do the bat flip and then you're still got warning track power.
I'm pissed because they ended up winning. I wanted them to lose so bad after that.
Right. That warning track power will get you every single time, man. You feel like He-Man. I got all of it. I don't have enough power to hit it out, though.
Yeah, but people do that now and then. And I was witnessing the beautiful intramural track meet at Central Michigan University. They had the 400, and there's this kid that was way ahead. He turns around and does like this to his opposition because they were like 10 or 20 yards behind.
Please tell me
he fell. He fell, then tries to scramble and gets up, and he finished second.
Yeah, he deserves all of that.
And we were cracking up, man. I had tears rolling out my eyes.
Oh, Corey's looking at his phone during the show.
We just got some last-minute breaking news. Lions center Frank Ragnow agrees to a 4-year extension with the Lions, making him the highest-paid center in the NFL.
Damn.
I thought you were going to say he got cut.
I did too. I was scared when you started with that.
No, that's awesome, man. We're good to go. I mean, the line is being set. It's a young line. Now we've got them locked up for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, Detroit Lions. Punch some people in the mouth and take some kneecaps. Thank you guys for waking up with the Morning Woodward Show this morning. We appreciate you. Baligian and Bell is up next, coming up at 11 a.m., and then followed by The Hook live from 3 to 5. And you're going to want to watch The Hook today because Darren McCarty is going to break down the fights from the big fight night in the NHL last night. Yeah, it was wild to watch. And I can't wait to hear Darren McCarty talk about it from 3 to 5 today on The Hook on the Woodward Sports Network. Enjoy your Thursday.